Okay.
I'm all set.
So last we left off, you guys were going through the portal.
Yep. I'm going through the portal despite having energy drain and like no spells left. I'm just like,
When
YOLO
you
it.
when you activated this portal, it took a little bit for it to like for the magic to happen, so to say, literally. When
Okay.
you activated the portal back in Chelwinvian, the the image in it happened almost immediately. This one, there was like faint cracks and surges of magic before it happened, so you would know that like this portal likely has not been used for centuries. Like you basically just woke it up from like possibly even like thousands of years of unused.
Right. I probably would know that. It's
Um,
like my
when
specialty.
everyone goes through, you all feel that this journey is not pleasant.
Oh
I
man.
need everyone
Yeah,
to
that's
give
not
me a
so bad.
fortitude save.
Okay. My fortitude save is awful because
Well, this
energy
is one of
drain,
the
so
ones
that's
I
gonna be
think I'm
fun.
good at.
Wait, do
But
I
I do
still
have
have
heroism
any...
active, so that's a
Oh,
16.
I never
So at
put
least I got
on...
that going for me.
I put a belt on, didn't I? Or is that this game?
You put a belt of dexterity on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just got one,
I was just
and
checking to
you took
see
it.
if I... Yeah, Hero Lab apparently adds that.
Oh, we
Okay,
didn't
I didn't know it would.
actually
If the gate is trying
distribute
to
all that loot
charm me
either.
and is evil, it's trying to put some evil charms on me, that's a 28, but otherwise it's, a 24.
I think the only thing on there that I actually would have taken though would have been the like a couple of the potions and the scrolls maybe. I don't think any of those other things actually would have been useful for me.
Oh, I have that all written down. I don't think I put it on any of my character sheets.
Right. Well, we also didn't have Derek here, so we didn't fully distribute. I know. So +4
Yeah.
dex spell. I know Safa took that. +2 ring of protection. Is that what that is? There's only one of those though, so I don't know who wants that.
Yeah, that's what that is.
And then there's +3 bracers of armor, which are probably I have +4 bracers of armor, so I don't need that.
Were they just ring
Okay.
of protection plus ones? Let me scroll up.
Most of these are, but there's a single one that's
Twos.
+2.
Okay.
I've already got a ring of
So
protection +2 and
Valeria
braces of armor
and
+3,
Safa,
so
you two are okay. For whatever reason, you managed to not suffer the ill effects of travel through this really old, ancient, just awakening gate. Nataka and Araxi, the journey, like you start to lose like track of like everybody kind of starts to lose track of time, but like it affects you to so much that it makes you physically ill, and you both take 4 con damage.
Okay. That's pretty rough. um. All right.
It almost feels like you've been wasting away, like in the planar travel or the the dimensional travel.
Yeah, no problem. My max health is 32 now.
I think I can fix that, at least partially.
Well, the negative levels are gonna go away in hours, like a few hours, so that'll
Yeah.
get me back a
But I
lot.
mean, I think I have level 2. I have a level 2 slot and 2 level 3 slots open, so I can prepare some lesser restorations.
We get through the other side. It's just a like forest that we saw, right?
Everybody emerges in a clearing,
All right.
and it does indeed look like you're in a forest. Very green, and the gate on this side is a pristine marble arch.
Huh, that's interesting. The other one didn't look so pristine, did it?
Not so much. Looked very old and wasted. I'm gonna throw your tokens onto a map here.
The scroll of detonate, is that just like minimum caster level?
7.
Okay. So 2 scrolls of detonate, caster level 7. Yeah, I'm fine with Sopha
Okay.
taking the +2 ring of protection as well, honestly. It's the melee character.
And I've already got one, so
No, perfect.
and I've also got the braces of armor +3 already.
2 Cure Light Wound. Is that what that is? Cure Light Wound wands with 17 charges each. There's 2 of those, so I guess probably makes sense maybe for one to go to Nataka, one to go to Valyria, because you guys both can activate those without making UMD checks.
They're caster level 3. I don't remember what they are.
Oh, they're not actually Cure Light Wounds? Okay, never mind then. What are those wounds?
I don't remember. I think
Matt,
no, they're magic missile wands. Caster
Oh,
level
Magic
3.
Missile. Oh, well, in that case, I'll probably take those.
So you guys show up in this clearing,
Actually, I wouldn't mind
and
using one of those.
immediately after arriving, you all see that there are about a dozen normal elves, Kionan elves, with their bows drawn and pointed at you all.
Greetings. We mean no harm.
It does seem to be that kind of greeting. And among
I
them,
lift up my hands, showing I have no weapons other than their sheath.
Yeah.
I want to do a
They
basic elven
don't
greeting.
know.
And of course I would greet them in Elven.
I'm gonna let you guys handle it because I'm like not feeling so good. So I'm just gonna hang back.
Hey, neither am I, but hey. I figure
they
being
keep their
the
eyes
only
on you and they
elf
keep
in
their
the party,
bows drawn. And among them is a regal-looking man that steps forward. I've enlarged his token so you can get a good look at his face.
he looks pissy.
That's just how elves look.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
He has bitchy rest face. Like it's not his fault.
Yeah. He steps forward and he says, "Greetings, strange travelers."
Well, haven't you ever seen
I
2 people with wings and then like a fish and a vampire person?
And a very
before?
gray, dead-looking person. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
maybe.
pipe up. Greetings, sir. I'm Nataka. Da, 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 yeah, going on from where I'm from. I can't remember the damn woods right now.
What is
I'm
the
half
Queen's
asleep.
name?
Pine Leaf.
We knew that, right?
There we go. Yeah.
We knew what now?
The Queen of the Elves' name.
Wasn't Eviana, it was something else. I don't know. I can't remember her name either. I don't think I wrote it down
Evian
either.
is the leader of who?
I mean, that's a name drop I would do. Yeah, she's the leader of Crying Leaf, so that's who we would tell them, like, that's who Cindy is,
We
basically.
come
We have a
with
letter from her.
important news for the Queen from Eviana, the leader of Crying Leaf, with regards to her expeditions.
He says back to you, "We haven't heard anything from Crying Leaf, and we certainly know that this gate does not lead there. Tell me and my men, put all of our minds at ease, and tell us where it is that you came from and how you happened from there."
Well, there is a gate in Chelwinvian which leads to a place that this gate connects to.
I just nod my head because I understand.
He says, "Be brief. What was on the other side of that gate?"
Drow.
Then Taka says that?
Yeah.
I want to sense this guy's motive.
What are you trying to sense?
If I tell him, like, I'm not sure. Like, what sort of answer is going to get him shooting at me? Ah,
You don't
yeah.
know.
Oh no, okay. Yeah. When they roll ones on their bluff.
Yeah, basically. That minus 20 is pretty rough.
Um, I'll tell him the truth. A city of
Don't we
dark.
have a dark elf with us, too? Like, we took that guy...
Oh yeah, we do. These guys.
Yeah, this guy right here that we took prisoner.
Well, and I already blurted out Drow, so I mean.
Right.
And what was the city that we were just in?
Zernikainen?
Zernikainen. A massive drow city, capital, Zernikainen.
A hellish place.
Indeed.
They have important information about a plot they're conducting. And then, yeah, we have a letter from Eviana, and also we have this guy here as proof as well, indicating the drow prisoner we have that's still, like, unconscious.
I wonder what.
If you have a
his
missive,
fortitude
then let
save
me see
was.
it.
I'll produce the letter from Eviana.
He walks forward to take it from you.
And I'll say that this is for the Queen. And I require it back after you're done looking at it.
He says that he introduces himself, and he tells you that my name is Velastir. I am chief advisor to the Queen. Your letter, your missive, will be in safe hand.
I don't believe that.
Do I believe that?
But does Valeria believe that?
I have a pretty, shit. Wait, I rolled the wrong thing. I wanted to, like, sleight of hand, apparently. No, I meant to do sense motive.
You think he's telling the truth?
Alright then.
That he is in fact
Okay.
of very high station to the queen.
It was the safe hands part. Is he actually going to, like, tell her about it? Are
Is
you
he a
actually
member of
going to
Allstate?
relay this information to her?
Right, that's what I was wondering. I'm wondering if he seems like he's being, like, really dismissive of it, like, psh. But yeah, I'll assume probably take for his word. My terrible sense motive.
He tells you that if what he reads is important, that not only that you don't have to worry about him telling the queen that if this is important, then you'll have an audience with her.
Yeah, I'll give the letter to him. This
Okay.
guy seems like a nice
He
guy.
looks at it and he reads it.
I don't know if he's as nice as Carishiel, but I mean,
I mean, we know all elves are nice, right? Even the dark one.
yeah, of course.
He says, I see that your presence here is indeed urgent, and Eviana's word is good. We should get you into the city then, and make arrangements.
Indeed.
However, this one that you have with you, we will need to take him.
Oh, of course. Well, we captured
What
him.
are you going to do with it?
He says we're going to imprison him and interrogate him.
Be really careful though. He's a spellcaster.
And he's pretty tricky at being able to escape sticky situations.
He says, don't worry. There will be no chance for escape for him. And he motions some of the soldiers to put down their bows and move forward. And like 4 of them do. And one of them produces like manacles from their pack.
Um, I'm going to try to convince this guy not to kill him, regardless of how foul these guys are.
Uh,
Because there's been enough killing regarding them that I've
these
seen.
these rapiers that we got, are they Frostforged steel for the material?
Cold Forge?
Oh, Cold Forged isn't something I'm seeing in Hero Labs. I was wondering if that's Frost Forged, if that's like what that
No,
is.
it's not.
Okay. Is it Cold Iron? Is it like completely different than I'm just not gonna
It's
see
not
on
Cold
here,
Iron.
probably. Okay, it's just something random that I don't have in Hero Lab then.
It's something that may not be in Hero Lab.
Okay.
But it is a thing.
I'll just enter him as custom gear because we're probably just gonna sell him anyway. I don't think anybody here uses rapiers.
He listens to you, Valyria, and he simply nods that, like, don't worry about it. He says up here on the surface, we are much more civilized than they.
Oh, I know that already. But that doesn't mean there's not bad blood between you.
Wait. What
And he
do you
says, well,
know
that
of
is
them?
inevitable. He says, "Don't worry, your questions will be answered soon enough. But for now, we must make haste. I can teleport us to Ayadara, as long as you allow me."
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, he moves to you 4, and he asks you to, like,
Well,
take his hand.
And make sure he's not up to any
I
funny
want to do.
business.
I want to do a sense motive on him because we didn't know anything about the Drow really. He seems like he knows about them.
Yeah, he's the advisor to the queen.
Yeah, you don't have to sense motive about that. Like, you know that sounds like, yeah, he's the first elf you've talked to, aside from like the elves at Crying Leaf, that he seems to have not acknowledged the presence of them very quickly. So yeah, you think that he likely knows about the drug.
Well, that's got me all suspicious and stuff.
And the
Yeah,
seriousness in his
Raxi
voice
doesn't.
would also be
Raxi doesn't
an
understand it at
obvious tell.
all.
No,
But
Araxi should
assuming you all
understand it.
allow him, he
Yeah.
teleports you.
Hooray!
So
Right.
you guys are suddenly in a city. There is light everywhere, bright, glorious sunshine that streams through the leaves of trees high above. The light glances off of windows of like these graceful towers and austere buildings, all exquisitely carved from elven wooden eaves. And even the ground too. There's like thousands upon thousands of inlaid wooden tiles that are all polished, that like make the roads. And like sometimes they even have designs with like delicate, like intricate gold jewelry. And the people move like they move to and fro easily, carefree. There's even like colorful birds that occasionally like fly around through the air, and you can hear their songs. These like recurring melodies that just kind of like make you think of like a lazy summer day.
I like this city much more, at least right now.
So far. As long as,
So far,
you know.
this city is much nicer.
Sopha's like, this
I
place
think the
sucks.
first description of the other city was, "There's torture on the streets." I'm like, oh god.
Right.
Valeria's
From
gonna have a
Salsa's
conniption.
perspective, the other city's like more ideal for her. Draw or not, it is.
And he says, "I don't believe we exchanged names. I gave you mine. What can I call you for by?"
My name is Valeria. I am a priestess of Shaylin.
Uh,
I'm Nataka from Crying Leaf.
Villisteer. I totally spelled that completely wrong on pretty much all accounts.
Salsa's gonna look at him and say, Bertha. And that's it.
So I was gonna say her name's Bertha.
Very well.
And I'll introduce myself as Raxi.
He says, "I'm going to deliver the news of this letter to my queen post haste, and I will let you know when an audience can be arranged. In the meantime, please make yourselves welcome in our fair home. Everything is open to you, take a break from the long journey you've no doubt have.
Alright.
Okay.
And with that, he begins to leave. He walks away from you.
Okay. I'm a little sad that we didn't get a chance to, like, interrogate, what's his name ourselves, but I was totally gonna, like, tell him about how, like, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure your sister just, like, was expecting you to die, and you just, like, walked right into what she was planning, so good job, buddy. Like, I
So
was just
yeah,
gonna
Hey,
out
well,
of
tell
we
him.
didn't
character, you
kill him.
guys kind of know.
Yeah, no, I was
He's
gonna...
gonna be that guy who, like, is like, oh no, the surface world, people are going to kill me, but they don't turn me into Spider Thing.
They might still kill him. I don't know.
They
I'm not
might.
sure.
Hopefully
I'm not sure how
not.
these elves, but yeah, I think it just would have been funny just to be like, oh yeah, we you know, like we totally just worked with your sister, and you just like totally walked into what she wanted you to do. So yeah, I guess we just did another favor for her.
All right, so this is going to be the part where you guys take care of the shopping, hopefully quickly. And but you can also explore around the city. So if there's stuff you want to do that's specific, let me know.
Oh, okay.
And when we're ready, we'll proceed with the with what's
So-
next.
I think we're gonna sell all 3 cloak of resistance plus 1s. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. Um.
Probably all 3 Ring of Protections. Probably both breastplates. Does anybody here use armor?
Nope.
I use light armor. I'm not a real cleric, remember.
Okay, so I think we're selling those. How much do we get for Cold Forge +2 Cold Forge breastplates? It's got to be a decent amount because it's +2 armor. There was 2 of them apparently.
So treat the Cold Forge stuff as if they were normal like steel. You don't
Okay.
know the properties of the Cold Forge or even what it is. All you know is that the craftsmanship just looks a bit different.
Okay, fair enough.
And does anybody here use rapiers? Maybe Safa? Maybe Nataka? I don't know.
Rapiers
I think
don't
they-
explode, silly.
I think they can use them. I don't know if they want to though. Is it? It's only a +1 as well, right? Or is it a +2 rapier?
Yeah, but it's...
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, does Safa want?
I know
one of these
that
rapiers?
my character can't.
Right. Does Safa want one of these
No.
rapiers just as like a weapon? Back. Okay, so we're selling those
I
then.
I took what I wanted, and that was it.
Okay.
And one of the crossbows Safa has, right?
That's actually correct. I forgot about that, but yeah, she upgraded. She
yeah.
threw away her other crossbow because this one was a +1, so she's like, "That's better than what I had."
Yeah.
So we're gonna sell 2 of those. So 2 +1 crossbows. What do those sell for? Shit, I'll just do it. I'll just check it in here aloud.
And of course, the prices for selling are going to be what's normal is 50%.
Right. It's a light crossbow, if I remember right. So light crossbow.
Does
not that
anybody use the
matters
bracers?
so much.
Didn't
I
Nataka?
got the
Do you want to
exact
spec
same
into
Adam?
rapiers? Somebody want to spec into that exotic weapon?
Rapiers aren't exotic.
They are for
I
me,
wouldn't.
like, basically.
It wouldn't do me any good. I'm better off with my fighting fan now that I got it.
I have the my deity's weapon, the glaive.
Okay, so 2 light crossbows would sell for 2,335. Like, that's the price for one of them, so we're selling 2, like, to buy one of them. So we're selling 2, so we're gonna get that. That's the value for selling 2.
Safa would
The
ask Nataka if he has or suggests or can make a good poison for her fan.
Oh, okay. Let me see what I got here.
oh yeah, I got these 3+1 bucklers I want to sell as well. So that's, let's see here. Let's pull up some Google calculator stuff.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm like not an alchemist or whatnot, but if I apply poison to my weapon, I have a chance of poisoning myself, right?
If
Oh
you do
yeah.
it, yes, it's a 5% chance.
But
I
I
can
also
apply
know
poison.
that well, I also know that the poison only stays on the weapon
For an hour.
for an hour. Yeah. So
And
we
once it's
wouldn't.
been delivered, that's it.
It's
It's only
yeah.
one dose.
Okay, so the
Right.
bucklers, I got those calculated in. Okay, so what else are we selling here? We are selling all 3 cloak of resistance +1s. Is that correct? Nobody's taking one of those.
I think so.
We already
Right.
have them.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's like 1,000 gold, I think, for a cloak of resistance +1, if I'm not mistaken. Which I
Yeah.
could be. Yeah, 1,000. So that's 3,000 gold right there.
No,
We
no,
just sell
no.
it for half,
It's
so 1,500.
yep. And I didn't write down the weapon that he had, the +2 double short sword.
Right, I think we're selling that too. But I don't remember what that.
Yeah, I don't know how to make that out.
Yeah, I don't know either, but it's gonna be. I know both ends are enchanted, so it's gonna be like really expensive.
Maybe you can just do it the same as like selling one or whatever the full price of one +2 short sword is.
Basically, it's gonna be what that is.
Okay. So
Because
whatever the
it's
full
double edged.
price of a +2 short sword is. Because
Yeah.
I don't think any of us can use that.
No.
Nope.
So cold forward, that's basically just +2 breastplates. We have 2 of those apparently. So let's see, what is that?
3 of those. Wait, 2 of
It
those.
says times
Why only 2
2.
of those?
I don't know, but that's what was written, so I'm assuming that that was for
As
a
was
reason.
written. Oh well.
So that would be 4,350. I'll give you guys a full total once I finish adding it all up.
Yeah.
Cold forged heavy shield. We're just gonna sell it as a +1 heavy shield. I think.
Yep.
Like a metal heavy shield. Where's that at? Heavy steel, heavy shield, and +1 would make it. We have 3 of those, so my calculator here be 1170 times 3, and then divided by 2. So 1755. Last thing on here, or maybe not quite last thing on here, but let's see. We got I haven't calculated the rapiers yet, actually, which are both +1 rapiers. So +1 rapier would be. There's actually a lot. Let's see. The only thing then. So I took 2 of the potion to cure moderate wounds, and then 1 for everybody else. Is that fine? Is anybody gonna complain about that, or I can give up the 5th one as well if somebody really wants it bad enough. But
Sure.
What?
okay, everybody gets 1 potion of cure moderate wounds.
Woo.
No reason to sell those because we'll probably end up using them. And it's a good thing. It's usually a good thing to keep those on hand just in case you have to force feed them to somebody because they're bleeding out.
Yeah.
And then the only thing I got to do, calculate left on here then is, oh, it does say plus one more after cold forged breastplate. So I guess there was probably one more cold forged breastplate.
Yeah.
That would
There were
that would
3.
make sense. Okay.
I also have something here that I want to sell
Okay.
that I didn't feel like I wanted to bring out down there because I believe I got it down there. I've got the Flesh Golem manual.
Okay. Well, like the other items, that is in the book. It has a price, and you can sell that here for half the. You'll get half of what it's worth.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna double check. What was that? What was the enchantment on the double short sword thing?
It was just
Both
a
blades are at
+2.
+2.
Okay, so that'll be really quite valuable actually. I'm just gonna select
Yeah, the
short
weapon's worth
sword.
16,000 gold.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be 16. The number I got was 16,620 gold pieces.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
So we'd sell
Plus
that
or
for
minus, like,
8,310.
Tens of gold.
And the only thing then I don't have is I didn't add anything for the flesh golem manual. What was that selling for?
That'll sell for 4,000. It's 8,000 normally, so.
Okay. So let me add all these numbers up and divide them 4 ways, and I will get back to you guys in a second on that. Okay, it's a pretty good number. Pretty good number there. 7,409 gold pieces.
Can you put that in chat?
Yes,
And this is per
Is that
person.
Was that per person?
that's per person. Yeah, the total was
Oh,
like
wow.
3,000 something.
Yeah, I told you guys
Good,
gonna get a lot of
because we
money.
kind of
only have
needed that
700.
boom. Yeah. Ooh, session 48.
Yep, we're slightly ahead of whatchamacallit, the numbers in terms of what book we're on. Usually I expect 10 sessions out of each book. But we're ahead. We're starting, instead of session 50, it's session 48. Who knows, maybe we can finish the AP before session 60. That's
Who
probably
knows?
a tall order.
We're gonna finish this before we finish Rise of the Rune Lords.
I know, right?
Well, I started streaming right around the same time, and this game is 11 sessions ahead of Rise of the Runelords. That's how much down delay we have on
Yeah,
Rise. It's
I
pretty
know for me it's
absurd.
because it's just because so like Saturdays are just more likely to have conflicts for me, and probably
Yeah,
true for a lot of other people.
perhaps.
Why is it red on my background tab over here? That's really obnoxious. It's doing that.
I could buy myself a circlet of persuasion. Be even better at what I'm already good at.
I suppose I could buy a meta magic rod. Or I could just get a better cloak of resistance or something like that. My saves are pretty ass. Then again, I think a +3 cloak resistance is really expensive.
I want to save up for that inspired wisdom +4 though.
I know I'm gonna probably try to get steal some spells from Mitaka's formula book though. Maybe trade spells. I don't know if there's anything in my spell book that Mitaka would want. Maybe I just picked up Overland Flight. I'm not sure if that's on the. I mean, you wouldn't need that spell anyway though, because you have wings. So.
Well, and I've also got fly.
Except how long do your wings last, Mitaka?
Yeah, but Overland Flight has a
wings...
duration of hours.
Ah, I see. No, my wings last 1 minute per level.
Oh, okay. So that's you
My
probably
wings
could use
last
Overland
all the
Flight.
time.
Yeah, you actually probably could use Overland Flight in that case.
Mine's an alchemical thing, so yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's because I'm an angel.
Yeah, Valyria just has wings. I don't know if we've even noticed yet, like if they're just hiding underneath her cloak or whatever.
Nah, you probably noticed.
Okay, we just haven't said anything about it. It's like, whatever. Valeria's just being weird again.
Valyria has her idiosyncrasy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna buy anything immediately. But I feel like singing. In a place where singing might be appreciated.
So you're gonna go find some sort of theater and be like, I'm gonna do a show.
No, I'm not even gonna do that. I'm just gonna do a street performance. I'm gonna find
okay.
some like public space, and I'm gonna fly up and perch myself on top of something, and I'm gonna go sing.
Okay.
I could buy a ring of spell knowledge. And put like a spell on that. I don't know what I'd even put in that.
Your performance is it's good, but just good.
Yep.
If you're doing it in public, then you maybe get the attention of some people, some passersby. The elves look at you and they smile and they clap. Are you accepting donations or?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't have a donation box out.
I think I'm gonna take a lesser extend meta magic rod.
And Valyria, you get the feeling that like for the most part the people here are peaceful and happy, like carefree even, but around you, you think they're mostly just being polite and somewhat reserved because you're a non-elf.
Right.
Well, what if we performed that awesome song that we learned from that other Asmer?
I'm saving
I
that
don't
one. That one is for an audience with the queen. And then I'll sing it to the masses.
Oh, okay. You gotta use it to suck up to the queen. That makes sense.
Oh, man, that reminds me.
You have a flute.
Yeah, I need to get a headband of charisma.
Yeah, those you can get one of those pretty cheap too.
Yeah.
I might just get a fucking belt of like Constitution, actually. Like straight up, that might be one of the better things I can get. But speaking of Constitution, would I be able to get somebody to like cast Lesser Restoration for me by chance?
Yeah, I'll do that. If I also have I'll have time to do this. While you guys are like going and selling stuff, I'm going to prepare some
I think
lesser
Nataka
restoration.
can lesser restoration herself, but
But it would. I don't need to, as far as I know.
I mean,
It's
I
nice
guess it's
to
up to
I have
you.
anyway.
I have a
It takes a
permanent
day.
negative level.
Right, but the Constitution damage is something separate. That's what I'm talking about there.
What constitution damage? I don't remember anything about that.
You took
That
you took
was going
4
through the
con
portal.
damage for going through that
Yeah, we
gate.
failed. We failed the fort save
Oh.
going through that gate because it was like an old portal. So
Sorry, I was being interrupted again because Ruth. Yeah, there was gunshots across the street. Yay!
So I'm gonna prepare 3 of these, and
that's
my
shitty.
Hero Lab sheet's gonna go red, but I'll know what's going on. So here is the first one for Araxi.
Yeah,
Oh, you're
that's rid
fine.
of it completely.
Here is the second one for Nataka. Oh, you're fine too. I have an extra
Oh,
one.
nice.
Oh man.
Bada bing.
I don't know how long we're gonna be here. If it's enough time to like craft something actually. Because I have craft wondrous item. I could like
Uh,
a belt. I could start working on it at least.
Matt, I know you said I can find anything.
Most
So
anything.
will I will I be able to find something called cold fire wrappings? When carefully wrapped around the body of a medium-sized creature, the process takes 10 minutes. These magical linen wrappings protect the wearer from fire and provide defense against physical attacks. As an immediate action, the wearer can immolate herself in wispy blue flames that protect the wearer as the chill shield version of Fire Shield and deal 1d6 plus 10 points of cold damage to attackers. This protection lasts for 10 rounds before the wrappings crumble away into fine ash. It's only 2,000 gold, but I want it so that if I get in a predicament, I can light myself ablaze and maybe get out of it. It's from Carrion Crown, if you wonder what book.
Yeah, I was just checking. It's from Shadows of Gallows Spire.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like a crazy alchemical, like kind of inspired thing, which would make sense if it's a Carrion Crown, because Ustalov is very famous for their weird experiment.
Yeah. And I'm aware that this is going to go away once I use it, but it's so cheap that I feel like if I get grappled and I'm having a hard time escaping by this, like, gargantuan creature or something, I can maybe do some cold damage to it.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
yeah,
sure.
you can buy that.
Okay. I'll ask if they can apply it to me, because I think it would be weird asking my allies. I'm not that comfortable with my allies yet. Not that kind of
Yeah, I do
comfortable.
weird stuff like help people.
You want
Yeah.
Okay,
them,
you know what?
the
I'm
person in the
especially
shop.
not comfortable with you. The things I saw you endure, no, no.
Yeah, I don't think Valeria's
The
learned
people
that.
at the shop
Better...
say that they're not going to apply the thing to you, that you've got to like apply it yourself,
Oh my.
since they're like wrappings that go around most of your body.
Fine, then oddly enough, I'll ask Araxi if she can help me.
Okay. She's like, oh, sure, I guess. And kind of awkwardly help.
Think of it as a science experience.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, that's
Let's
all
see.
I'm getting. Well,
Um,
I'm getting a headband of charisma +2 as well.
Okay.
Wasn't the Vayev that drug?
Yeah, it was.
How does it work to like craft something faster? Like it's a harder check, right? You can
Yeah, it's a
make it
higher check.
like is it +5 for to cut off
I
like an
think it's
hour or something?
plus
Or...
something. It's
I'm
plus
trying to figure
five,
out
I
how
think.
that works.
Oh, I gotta sell this ring of protection +1 that I swapped.
Let's see, DC creative magic has 5 plus caster level. So I mean,
Now I'll
I
just
can
hold
if
on
I try
to
to
it
make
for
a
next
caster
time.
level 8 item, then I pretty much auto succeed that. It's like a DC, like even with the energy drain, which would have worn off probably by now because it had a duration of hours. I'll probably uncheck that shit. Um, hey, so now my health is actually like 74. Hooray! Um,
Hey,
but I'm gonna try to get that a little bit higher because I want to make a belt of +2 Constitution, I think. Um, but let's see, it only costs 4,000, so even without reducing the time, it would take 4 days to make, working 8 hours a day on it. Um, so I don't know if I have 4 days. Is the problem with that.
You want to make some?
Yeah, so I'm like trying to figure out if I have. Let's see here.
Oh man, now I just need like magical
Actually, I don't
goggles.
see anything about getting it done faster. There's stuff about being able to work on it, like while adventuring. You can work like you can basically get 2 hours of
You gotta
progress a
do
day.
4 hours, I think, or 8 hours.
It's 4 hours, and you only get 2 hours of progress while you're adventuring. But if you're in a
Right.
town or whatever, basically in downtime, I can work on it 8 hours and get it done with, I'd be able to get it done in 4 days basically.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
I thought there was something you could do like to make the check harder to make it quicker, but I don't see anything about that. So I guess I don't know where I
No,
got that
but I
idea.
think Henrik has a thing that allows you to make craft quicker. What is it that Henrik
Oh,
would?
like it's a feat or a discovery or something. That might
There's
make sense.
a wizard discovery that does
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay, I don't have that, so yep, so I'm just gonna start working on that. I don't know if we're gonna get four
that.
days into it, but I mean, if I'm not done by then, I'll just continue working on it. So that's gonna cost me 2,000 gold worth of materials to start working on that. Um, Nataka has greater invisibility
Yeah.
in Formula Book, right? I was gonna check about possibly like spending 4 hours to copy that into my spellbook using my discovery.
can wizards do it
Actually,
from formula books? I thought it was only like a one-time
I
thing.
can because I
he
took an
got
arcane
discovery.
discovery that lets me do it. Yeah, I took
Oh,
the
okay.
alchemical affinity, which lets me do that. Also, anything that shows up in both wizard and alchemist spell lists, I get a +1 to DC and caster level of it. Just kind of a neat little thing. The thing is, most of the alchemist stuff doesn't have DCs because it's all like buff type stuff. But
You don't have to worry about that actually for this one, because I actually have it in the Drow Wizard spellbook that I stole from the library.
oh well, I didn't even need it for that one then.
Nope.
All right, cool. Do I auto succeed that as well? I'm without the energy drain. I might. I'll just hit the button.
Did
Button there.
Nataka have a recommendation for?
For
So that would be
poisons?
just in the first
Yeah.
day.
Can you make
I can
them,
get
or
that,
how can I
and
acquire them?
I can make them. They take a little bit of time. They can be bought places, I'm sure, but yeah, I can make them, and I have a few already. Depends on what you want
Okay.
to do.
I think that it's best that I hold at least one.
But the question that you need to ask is, what do you want your poison to do? Do you want it to hurt them? Do you want them to fall unconscious?
So,
What do you
can
want it to do?
Araxi, after she's finished working on her belt, start improving
Unconscious is
a
always a nice
headband
one.
for me?
Maybe
Okay,
if I finish my
okay,
belt.
okay.
I don't know if I'm
Okay.
gonna be able to do that.
I'm
But
gonna hold on
if
to
I
my gold for now, because most of
yeah.
it's going to go to upgrade my headband.
All right.
But yeah, as soon as I finish the belt, I'll start working on that.
I'm gonna pass you. Da-da-da-da-da-da. After I screw with it a little bit, I'm gonna pass you a vial of oil of Taggart.
Okay.
But it's normally an ingestion, but I have poison conversion discovery, so I can make it injury.
Okay, so this is a poison of Taggart, even though it's technically oil.
It's called oil of Taggart, but it's a poison.
Yeah.
Yep, he has alchemically modified it to an injury poison.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Okay.
just spend 1 minute and I can convert one dose of a poison from its current type, contact, ingested, inhaled, or injury to another type.
All right, and yeah, I'll just if I ever need to, I'm prepared. I got a bunch of stuff. I'm set, and some gold left over. Oh, I'm gonna buy rations, the kind I
Mm-hmm.
like if they have it. I'm sure
What are you
they
looking?
eat things that I eat. I think Slava likes meat probably, so
They don't
meat.
They
have it.
might not have. They might not have it. They're
Oh,
all
these
like.
fucking vegans! Goddamn.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I
The irony.
In fact, Safa, when you go to buy the rations and you ask if you have any kind of meat, it's kind of like it's almost like that Monty Python sketch. Will you get this? Like, oh, nope, we're out of that.
Oh, the cheese shop. Yes.
And Safa, you notice that um someone in particular is having a good laugh at your expense. Maybe in this shop
Oh,
or passing by.
I'm sure he's no one important.
I'm probably not taking it well and probably have all the foul appearance on my face.
Yep.
Fucking elves
Like
and their
scowling at him and
grand
stuff.
city and their stupid
And this
rules and no
person
fucking meat and I bet they don't have alcohol.
this particular person, unlike most of the people in the town, doesn't bother to kind of like stay polite and keep it to themselves. They make a joke of you of oh, these poor outsiders. They don't know the finer points of living.
Oh man.
And this person kind of
I
has like an entourage with her.
I
I'd probably
do
get
my
along fine with him.
best to ignore her.
Well, she comes up to you
Oh no.
and she says, "Do you need some help finding something that won't upset your tummy?"
Yes. That would be great.
If I'm with Safa, I'm gonna sense motive on her. Is she trying to bully my friend?
Yeah,
I'm just
obvious.
assuming I'm not there.
But Safa, as she gets closer, you look at her and you recognize this person.
Oh shit.
Great. Is it, No, I don't know who the fuck that is. It's probably someone from Safa's backstory, I guess, or something. I don't know.
Likely. Yeah.
Is it the Calistria priest?
Safa, you recognize this person as Dardler.
Oh god. You guys are gonna hate me for this, but I punch her. I knock her out. Let's go.
Oh no!
You attack.
Yes. I go for
Okay,
it.
If
Not
she's
give me
an
an attack.
attacker, she lays her out.
All right, let me see if my DC is still the same. It is. Okay.
Maybe she'll just get up and be like, I deserved that.
This is just a regular melee attack. I don't have all these bonuses.
So, Derek, let me know if there's any spells you want me to that you want us to copy from my book.
All right. We'll have to share our books at some point.
Yeah, like Overland Flight. I don't know if you get level 5 extracts yet because it's a level 5 spell. I don't know what it is for alchemists.
That's non-lethal because I know I'm in
I'll take a look.
public.
Mm-hmm. You
Yeah, I
move
guess
to
you don't
punch,
have level 5s yet.
and it's a little bit off, and you barely miss her, as it doesn't seem like she was expecting.
Yeah, it's a level
Okay.
5. I don't
And
get
she
that yet.
gasps at your brazenness, and the entourage she's with also is agape in surprise, and the store goes deadly silent for a moment. And
I probably
she
just try to do that real cool, stand back up, like, all right, let's go.
and it dawns on her as she has a look at you, even with your whatchamacallit, your face mask, as she exclaims, "I recognize that fist."
It's a very specific
And
thing to
her
recognize.
expression suddenly changes to a smile, and she says,
Oh god.
"Safa, what a surprise! I had no idea."
Yes.
And she
So you
says,
talk to everybody
"Everyone,
like
it's
that.
okay. We know each other."
I look around everybody like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, what the
Oh,
hell's
jeez.
going on, Safa? Who is this woman?
She says, "This is who I told you about before. The person that I beat those years ago."
Safa, do you need
Yeah.
that poison applied to your weapon now?
No, she just tries to wound with words. You wouldn't
Well,
beat me again if you tried.
I do have those lips if you want to use those.
She chuckles and says, "Oh, Safa, I've put aside that barbaric pastime of mine."
That's a shame. I'm about to save your world. I'll try to walk away if it's at all possible.
Well, she follows you, and kind of puts herself in front of you and says, "You're not going to leave so soon, are you? We have a lot of catching up to do. Like, what in the nine hells are you doing here? This is the last place I expected to see you."
It's top secret.
Can't you tell that my friend uh, doesn't really want to talk to you?
And who is
Valeria's
this?
gonna interject and be like, I need to defuse this situation. I help my
God.
There's
friend.
this
No
woman
more
with
punching
wings
allowed.
intervening.
She says with an obvious inflection, like, "Safa, you never told me you had a friend."
I look at Valeria
And the others like kind of snick.
Friends.
Gross.
I don't know about that one. Yeah.
She says, "I've always described you as that person that didn't need anyone in their life. Always had to fend for themselves. Or, that maybe you were just bad at making friends." And she adds, I of course kid. But
I
everyone
Yeah.
still kind of
somehow
laughs.
doubt that. I wouldn't mind that rematch.
Alas, it wouldn't be befitting for someone of my stature.
Oh.
What is your stature exactly?
She says, I took
Swear
my
she says
fame, and I
queen.
did the sensible thing with it. She says, I have very comfortably settled into the upper class. I even
She was
attend
all waiting.
the courts.
Oh, then maybe the courts can tell you why I'm here when they learn about it.
She she uh she kind of like laughs under her breath and says, "Oh, that would be quite a sight, Soph." Well, I can see that you and your friend here are very busy.
I pull down my face mask as my longer fangs are now exposed, and I just kind of roughly like rub my tongue on one of them.
She looks at you and her face contorts a little bit and like visible like
What the fuck?
perturbedness. And she
Yeah.
says, "Oh, you've been growing them. How
Yes.
how eh.
Mm-hmm. You were saying.
She says, "I'm sorry. They must be a burden for you cleaning those mandibles."
Hmm. The flesh I bite into cleans them for me.
Not here, Sappho. We can only talk like that when we're in private. Here, um, I also have business to attend to. It was nice meeting you again. I hope we get a chance again like this soon." And she says, "Come along, everyone. We have a lot to do." And they walk with her, and she upturns her nose a bit, like she feels like she was victorious. And they all merrily go with.
I hate
I,
these encounters in the public.
I turn to Soph. I go, you sure? You sure you don't want me to give you the poison for that one?
Nah, she's not worth my time.
I mean, I
Just.
know us elves tend to be down the nose looky, but ugh, jeez, that was bad.
Well, she's why I hated you so much.
Nataka looks confused, like, wait, you hated me? Not really good at picking up social cues.
I might not
Hey,
be
on the
the
plus
best at
side,
displaying them.
she said
Valyria is
hated in past
probably
tense.
100%
That's
sure that Safa
progress.
doesn't like her,
That is progress.
but she doesn't care.
Let's see, I got a couple scrolls as well that I'm gonna want to convert into my spellbook as well.
Well, that, my friends, was a childhood rivalry.
But Safa, you're like, how old are you? You've been around, like, the Dampiers kind of age, not like they
They're
don't
like half
age really
elves, kind of,
slow.
right?
Yeah, they're kind of like half elves, where they're like a little bit slower. So you're like,
I
are you
think
like
so.
30 something, 40 something?
I'm 34.
34. Yeah, she
Campaign.
still almost looks like how you remember her back then,
Yeah,
because
she's
elves
still
age
like
so
a
slowly.
teenager kind of attitude and stuff.
Yeah,
Well,
I
like young
think
adult, maybe teenage, young adult.
yeah.
Asmar are a little bit older than that, but not elf level.
Why, how old's Valyria?
I
50s?
think she's like 60 or something.
Yeah. Yeah, Araxi's like the youngest person in the party. She's like 17.
Yeah, adult starts.
Maybe 18 by now. I don't know.
Valeria's
She's been
between 68 to
on the service for a
108.
while.
Maybe I should write that down.
Asha
Let's
was the
go.
same age too, though, right? Or roughly the same age. I think Asha was a younger sister, but I don't remember.
Yeah, Asha was like 66.
Okay, what do you guys do after that? Is there any more buying or stuff that needs to be taken care of?
No, like I said, I'm working on crafting the belt, and if I have time to finish that, which is gonna take 4 days, so I don't know if it's gonna take
Well, we
that
need to
long.
find a place to sleep.
Well,
I'll ask
around
around. Where's
the
a
beginning of
nice
the
inn?
evening, as you're asking that, but like at the beginning of the evening, Valeria, you get a message in your mind that you
Oh, okay.
recognize is from Velastir.
Cool.
And he says, your staying arrangements in Ayadara have been made. Let us
Nice.
meet where I left you.
Okay. I'll go gather at my party and we'll meet in the square where we arrived here.
Aw, dang. I only got to like do a day's worth of crafting.
Yeah, I want to start
Curses.
crafting
All right.
poisons.
I'm 78 years old.
All right then. Yep. I'll go with Valeria then, I guess, once that is all settled.
Me as well.
Okay, you guys all meet up, and he meets you back there. Where you... And he says, I have good news. There will be a court held tomorrow, and it is there where you will be able to plead your case to not just the queen in person, as she's requested to see you, but in front of the other nobles of the city. No doubt you want as many people as possible to know.
Mm, I think there might be one or more nobles that are going to try to get in our way.
He says, why would
I
that happen?
frown. I guess I have my mask
Uh,
back on. I don't. No, he doesn't see me frown.
Apparently there's some bad
My
blood
eyes
between some of them and some of us. Not me.
The Raxi like looks around because she wasn't there for that. It's just like, what are you talking about?
Wait, what? Yeah.
Yeah, what? What are you talking about?
This is news. It's weird news too.
Well, I can assure you that in the court of the queen herself, all grievances will be forgotten, at least for that time being.
I hope so.
Please follow me. We have lodging for you near the palace.
Okay, sounds nice.
Okay, I'll follow him.
And he guides you towards this like it looks like a little tiny mansion. It's like a villa.
That's cool.
And he says there's more than enough room for the four of you inside. In fact, each of you could have your own bed. There's four bedrooms in this villa, including a spacious common room, a bath chamber, a two rooms for like breakfast and dinner, and there's a nice little walkway behind it to a small garden and fountain.
It's lovely.
He says the court will take place tomorrow afternoon. Or I will come pick you up when it is time.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
Uh, let's see.
And he leaves you be.
Okay.
If you actually want to see it, I do have it. I found a really
Uh,
cool, whatchamacallit, like a custom made map for this thing by someone else.
sure.
I'll move your tokens to the Ayadara lodging.
I wonder if the throne room's gonna be down here.
The what?
Oh, I was just speculating about stuff.
Oh, okay. Yep, this is your guys' place for now. It's pretty swanky, right?
Yeah, it's nice.
Yes. Yes, it is.
See how nice it can be among elves?
Well, that's because those elves are great.
It's not really all that great, but alright.
I'm sure Araxi is really perturbed at
You
the
can
lack
take the
of
room with the
water.
tub, Araxi, and make it your room.
Oh, okay. That's just my bedroom now. I just like live in the bathtub now.
Yeah.
Where's the room with
mean,
the
if
tub?
you
Oh,
want.
yeah, I see. Or she can go rest in the fountain.
Oh.
Yeah, there's this fountain over here.
Yeah. It's it's a little small though. I don't know. I just need to get create demi plane and just be like, screw this, I'm going to my own home. Just teleport to it or whatever, plane shift into my own demi plane.
Where none of us will be welcome.
Yeah, and be like, you guys can come here, but you gotta be able to breathe water first.
I
Which
guess
actually,
I can probably planar adaptation my way there.
yeah, that
And
would
expect
do
everything to get wet.
it.
I'm gonna relax on this sofa. Yeah.
Oh yeah, more splash jokes.
Pluto's never seen this, apparently.
Yeah, that's correct.
That's pretty fun.
Oh, let me remove these freaking negative levels from here. Do not have energy drain anymore. 0 energy drain.
But yep, there's even food prepared for you here too.
Yeah, but it's
there is
probably
no
like
meat.
stuff
It's all
Safa
fruits
doesn't
and
want.
vegetables. And there's bread, there's grains, but yeah, no meat. Sorry, Safa.
It's like India. Except there's
I'll
an
make
India place of Galarian, which is not here.
There is actually an India place in Galarian.
And it's not here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was gonna do something. What was I gonna do? Oh! I was going to sending Gadok. I'm
Okay.
gonna prepare the spell and cast the spell, and I'm going to send in Gadok. I think there's a 5% chance it doesn't get there.
Yeah.
So, 5 or less, it doesn't get there. Okay.
So yeah, I guess the second day I probably would just continue working on crafting stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna start crafting some poison myself. And out of curiosity, would that be considered an alchemical item, I guess?
What, the poison?
Crafting a
Well, I
poison?
get a plus 11 competence bonus to create alchemical items, but
Poisons are they use craft alcohol.
I think it'd be an
right,
alchemical item.
right, but I get an additional plus 11 on alchemical items.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah,
alchemical item.
it's a alchemical
Yeah, it's
item.
an
You get that
alcohol.
bonus.
Okay.
Things that wouldn't be, I think, is oil, but because of your thing, it becomes one. I don't know.
Well, no, it's a poison. They just call it oil of Taggett.
Well, no, like oil of
Oils.
weapon
Yeah.
+1 or things like those oils.
Oh yeah, well that's a
I
potion.
don't think it'll work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess Araxi would
Here's
try to
my
find out
here's my
if they
craft.
have elvish coffee. Is that like a thing?
Mm.
Elven coffee. They do,
Yeah. Oh, okay. She'd probably try
but
that
it's
stuff
it's a
then.
tea.
What? That's not a. This is gross.
It doesn't taste anywhere near like as good as a coffee, but it'll keep you up and focus you.
Yeah, she's like not
It's much
really
more
that impressed.
earthy.
She's like, ugh.
You can taste the leaves that were brewed in it.
Yeah, she's like Riddleport actually had something better about it than this place, and that is that they in Riddleport they actually know how to make a proper coffee than whatever this stuff is. Which I'm sure somebody's like, that's tea, and she's like, whatever.
If you
I
put a
Oh,
wonder.
bowl around Araxi's head to simulate her natural environment, all you'd have to do is drop in like the little bag of tea, and she could drink the air around. But yeah, do you guys do anything else, or you guys can rest?
right. Well, I figured we were at least resting like one day, and then the next day I was gonna say like for that. But while I'm waiting for the on the second day or whatever, waiting there, I'm gonna get my second day of like the belt out of the way.
Okay.
Wait. I'm formulating my message to Godot.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna message Gadok. Yes, this is the best thing that's happened. I thought about getting a sending as well, but what would it cost me to get a scroll of sending? Let me look that up. Uh,
Boy, this is gonna take me a while to make this one.
Sending, it wouldn't be that expensive to get a scroll of sending. Wait,
Safa
that
plays
can't be
that
right.
flute very well. It's sounding a lot
Apparently.
better.
Level 3 sending is not something I actually would be able to find, probably.
I'm practicing the sheet music that I can read better now that I understand Elven
Yeah.
and this new headband. It makes me feel a little better.
You have more of a force of personality.
Okay, that's a lot closer. If I want to spend 1,000 gold for a scroll of sending, basically.
Birds even
No.
perch on the sill to listen to you play.
I probably fuck up a note when I notice that, but I keep playing.
You know, Araxi's thinking her master's already contacted him, or contacted her from, like, a while back, and she's just gonna figure that if, instead of trying to get a hold of him herself, I mean, I guess she also could just teleport there as well. Like, teleport back to, like, his underwater mage tower, but she needed to badly enough. But yeah, she was considering like doing ascending, but it's like, it's really expensive, and he's gotten a hold of me, so if anything comes up, I'm sure he'll let me know.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll just keep working on crafting, and then once I've done like as much crafting work as I can do for the day, I'd also add some spells from. I got a couple scrolls I want to add in my spell book.
Sure, you can do that tonight. Araxi, you do that. Nataka also crafts. Safa plays her instrument and just generally relaxes. She finds maybe the music is what sustains you rather than this fruit and vegetable and grain diet.
You know, I spent so much time like no longer thinking of that woman, and now I'm just trying to use this music to not think about our encounter. So I'm focused real hard on my instrument.
It's kind of interesting because I almost wonder if Safa maybe is like she runs in and she's like, man, I used to hate this woman. Now she's maybe not like she still kind of does, but at the same time she's like, well, yeah, but I'm also like there's a lot more like bigger shit that she's encountered, you know.
Valeria, you don't get a reply back.
Uh-oh. Do I know if my message, like, got sent?
You're pretty sure it got sent.
So he just might not have
Okay.
answered.
He's just mad at me.
Maybe.
Probably.
He's
He's
still
probably in, like, some hole hiding away from all of the angels and shit.
he's plotting your demise.
Yeah, he's
You're gonna run
plotting
into
my
him in book
demise
6.
from...
All at once.
So,
Think,
all the bad guys who got
oh,
away.
I do. One thing I do want to do is I want to go out to the town and buy some diamond dust so that I can make that restoration when I'm able to.
Easily doable.
Yeah, I think you're only a few
You
days
buy
away
some
from being
diamond
able to
dust.
get rid of it, right?
4, I think.
Yeah.
And that's just normal price for that 1 per 1. So, however much you wanted to buy, probably 1,000 gold worth.
1,000 for the restoration. Yeah.
Okay, yep,
Get rid
you
of
get.
that negative level.
Yep, eventually it'll go. Alright, so, you guys rest. Your night is peaceful. The forest that the city is nestled in is serene, and it's not like quiet, but you hear like the sounds of the tranquil night.
Hmm.
But eventually morning comes. Do you guys do anything with your morning, like preparing? I assume you guys prepare spells, but do you do anything else until the afternoon? That is.
No, I would just keep working on my crafting. I want to get that belt
Me
done.
too.
So.
Okay.
I'll just do morning stretches and exercises
Yeah,
and
I
practicing
want
different
to,
feats.
aside from preparing spells, I want to find if there is a performance venue in town.
Oh, of course.
I
There's
tell
a theater.
Valeria to let me know if there's anything interesting she encounters exploring the primitives city.
And what
I roll my
it
eyes
would
at you.
take to, you know, either see a performance or perform there myself.
Well, they say that they only um they only display the most prominent performers of of this generation,
Psh, they heard of
and that they have
Valeria? Come on now.
while your visage is heavenly to look upon, they have no idea who you are, and would suggest that you get some experience before considering
Maybe find someone with an open mic night.
performing. Yeah, they suggest that perhaps you should perform here at this other place, this other venue. It's more like a pavilion.
Okay. I'll be humble this time. But I'll rise through the ranks. I'll show them a good performance. And is there a temple of my deity in this town? Probably not, but
Shaylin?
maybe. Yeah.
There is
You cut off. I'm guessing that is not.
there is not a temple to Shaylin.
Okay.
The three elven gods, or rather the four elven gods, are worshipped here. The most prominent of which being Callistria. The other four, or the other three, Yulrol, Vindalodlera, and what's the other one?
I was looking at taking like a Yule roll feat basically at some earlier, but I was like, can't really justify it in character yet.
Oh, Kediphus.
It's actually really similar to the Alchemist one I just took, except instead it gives you a +1 to caster level on Druid spells, basically, like stuff that's on Druid and Wizard. But the other benefit is it lets you use any gem as a material component.
Those are
Create a
the
spell.
four most prominent elven deities. Even though Callistria is not technically like recognized to be of elven origin, she is the most she's the most worshipped among elves all over the world.
I know
The other three are
Araxi's
definitely elven pantheon.
deity Alsutta actually is interesting, kind of like the unofficial like deity of Elf Gates. That's a side note.
Yeah, Alceta shows up in whatchamacallit. She's like a lesser known deity.
Right. I mean, she's already a minor deity anyway, but like just in general. But
There might be like a small pocket of like worshippers of Alceta here, just like how there's a small pocket of like Nethys worshippers and Desna and
right.
Cernunnos.
And I guess if Araxi was a little bit more
But the
devout, she
temples
might
are
seek them
to
out.
those four.
Yeah. She might seek out and see if she can find like a shrine, but nah, she's not super devout.
Okay, so I'm assuming that you guys just you bide time until the afternoon.
Yep. I also think I'm
Yeah,
buying
I'm
a
looking
meta magic
to
rod.
maybe prepare some spells that might help.
I'm
Uh,
buying extend meta magic rod so that I can put the detect scrying on with the extent. Well, I can't do that. It's too high level spell, so I can't use it for that one. But I can use it for some of my other stuff. For example, if I wanted to, I could cast non-detection and have it last a full 24 hours with the extend meta magic rod. So I could do that instead of detect scrying, maybe. I think I'll do that. So I have non-detection going for this day. I have too many freaking things to track on here. Did I hit that? I didn't hit the Night's Rest button, did I? Like too many tracked resources and abilities. So I have to like scroll through it trying to find what I'm looking for. Alright, one use of that, because detect magic, or non-detection is a level 3 spell, so it's a lesser meta magic rod.
Okay. Well, at noon there is a knock on the front door of the villa.
Alright. I guess if nobody else gets it, I'll go answer the door. I don't go very fast to do it because I'm just moving with, normal
No,
Araxi
I'm
speed.
outside making like karate chop sounds in the back.
Okay.
I'll do it. I'll get the door.
You and Araxi can get the door.
Yes. Sure.
Okay. Well, it's Velastir there, and he looks at you and he says, "Oh, do you need more time?"
No, we're ready.
Yeah, I can go now.
He says, "Are you sure?"
Why?
He says, "Well, I assumed you'd want to wear, the something rather than your adventuring outfit."
What am I wearing?
I mean, I got some really nice drow clothes if you want me to wear those. I don't think they'll fit, but I mean,
Yeah, they probably won't fit.
He says that
Uh,
there should be within the closets in your rooms, there should be a suitable array of noble clothes
okay, sure.
that
I
would
don't
be
think any of
fitting
them are
for this.
tailored to fit me, but I mean,
I'm sure a
I'll
long dress would be suitable.
I'll get
maybe.
one of those real quick,
Okay.
and I'm sure Safa won't.
Safa changed into some better looking clothes for the Queen's Court.
Safa puts on a suit, so if she finds like male clothing in here, she'll put that on. The one that looks less flashy, the simpler the better.
Araxi probably doesn't like any of these goofy-looking elf clothes that aren't designed to fit a fish person anyway, and we'll probably just use disguise other to disguise herself as herself wearing nice clothes, except that it'd be like nice clothes for her society.
There you go.
Okay.
Like just a bra of shells and all bare skin, with some pearls in there.
You have some strange ideas about formal wear in where I come from. Come on now.
Nataka's staring at the nice dresses and the nice suits, going, I don't know which one I want to wear.
Look, I saw the opening scene of The Little Mermaid. I know what you guys wear formally.
You watery tart.
So yeah, I won't even do anything else other than just put on those clothes. I won't even like adjust the collars if they need it. My hair is still the way it is.
Okay. He
Still got
frowns
my
at your
goggles on my
choice
head.
of clothing, but doesn't say anything more.
Oh yeah, like me and Safa are
As
totally
he
just like
frowns at her,
looking weird.
she says, "Don't worry, they frowned at me too."
Let's see.
He
This
has
will
no idea what you're talking about.
This will last for like 4 hours, so hopefully 4 hours is long enough. Also, anybody that interacts with it might be able to be like, wait a minute, that's an illusion, but I mean, who cares, even if they do, because it's only for appearances anyway. It's not like I'm actually trying to disguise myself as someone different. I'm just disguising myself as myself in nice clothes. So it's like, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't even think that would have any mechanical effect if somebody noticed it was magic. On the other hand, though, it'd be harder for them to tell, detect like magic on there because I also have non-detection on, so, I got that going for me.
Oh, yeah.
Non-detection for 2
Do you have
hours.
Detect Scry still going?
No, I just have
today?
non-detection
No.
going this time.
Gotcha.
All
I'm
right.
not
Well, he
too worried about being
asks you
spied
if
on
you're
right
ready.
now.
Then he can teleport everybody to the palace.
Oh, sure.
I am going to put on.
And he does ask that
Slender
you all
before we
leave
get-
your weapons behind.
Yes, of course.
Sure, no problem.
I guess I'll leave all my 4 different daggers. That's the only weapons I have. I mean,
My new headband probably makes me look very elf like because I bought it here. God damn it.
I guess I'll leave my daggers here, even though I'm sure this is a trap. But
He does
whatever.
look to see that you all seem unarmed.
On the other hand, though, this party doesn't give a shit. Like, nobody in this party actually relies on their weapons, so...
If anyone's actually trying to bring a weapon, you need to roll a sleight of...
Yeah. I mean,
Do
I
we
can
need to
hide
roll a
weapons.
sleight of
Actually, I
hand
have...
for Safa's fangs, and
I have
just
disguise
Safa.
other anyway, so that... I have my, I probably would keep, like, one of my daggers
Well,
on
we
underneath
don't
my
need to
magic
disguise my
disguise.
thing.
I was
That's just
teasing.
my
I
heritage.
was like, do we need to sleight of hand Safa if we're bringing her with us?
Yeah. No, Safa's a weapon.
I am a weapon, my whole body.
No, I'll leave all the daggers.
Exactly.
There's no reason to bring these. They're pointless.
No,
I'll bring all of
So
my other gear,
I'll
though.
leave the other stuff behind. And I cast
Okay.
Eagle Splendor on myself, so we're ready to go.
On the other hand,
sad because I
if I had him in my
Go
handy
for
haversack,
this.
he wouldn't even know I had him, right? So, like, I'm not
What was that,
concealing that
Derek?
on my person.
like I feel like I'm the only one that really relies on my equipment at this point because
I rely on
they're
other
not gonna
equipment,
let me
just
bring in
not my
bombs.
weapons.
We're going to court. I don't think we need stuff. I know you're nervous,
We might.
but
I'm a very nervous person to begin with, and that guy made me really nervous by just acknowledging Drow's
look, he
existence.
just said weapons. Just
Ugh.
stash them in your bag and pretend you don't.
You just put him in a bag of holding, he won't even know you have him.
Eh, I guess I do have my bag of endless.
That's what I was just thinking. I was like, I could just
Okay.
have him in my handy haversack if I wanted. I don't think I'll bother. I think I'll just be like, okay, fine. I'll go take all four of my old daggers. And
I'm
just
only bringing my
place them,
belt
like, on a
pouch,
desk or whatever.
which has a couple of things in it, but that's it.
But other than that,
Well,
yeah, I won't bring any other
my
weapons.
magic
Any
items I'm
weapons. I'll
wearing.
just leave all
obviously.
four of my daggers over, over yonder or whatever on the desk.
See, paranoid players. It's probably nothing.
Alright, then, as long as you accept, he teleports.
Okay, we go.
What was that, Derek?
We go.
Nataka has decided on a nice-looking dress and the bag of endless holding.
That's good.
Took a while to decide what to wear.
Alright. He teleports you.
Poof.
And you find yourselves within a palace.
No!
Oh, okay. He teleports us back to the Drow Tower.
It looks like you're in some kind of lobby with a door behind you and a bunch of bigger doors in front of you with a nice long carpet leading up towards. And he has you pause and waits for a moment. And you all can hear on the other side that there is a herald that announces you all by name. And little trumpets play or something.
Elven, floofy sounding
Oh,
trumpets.
it says
sure.
Bertha.
Yeah, Bertha. They introduce us as Araxi, Valyria, Nataka, and Bertha.
But
like,
the door's
that's
open.
Paranoid.
And
And we proceed in.
Velastir, when the door's open, he bows and looks at you for like you should do the same.
We
I'm already
bow
doing
and then
so.
we proceed in.
Okay, I'll entertain him and do the silly bow. As much as I can.
Alright. Beyond the towering silver and crystal double doors where you walk through, there's a short, broad flight of marble stairs that lead into a vast hall The light filters in from above through wide crystal windows to focus on a dais perhaps 100 yards distant. Several richly garbed elves, speaking quietly among themselves, stand in a gathering near the dais, on which a single throne of living vines and delicate wooden branches sits. And seated upon that throne is a regal elf-woman with an intense gaze and an almost challenging expression. Upon her brow is a crown of delicate vines and violets. She nods at you as you approach.
Greetings.
I bow to her.
And Velastir says that Queen Talandia Idasiro, these are the 4 adventurers I spoke to you about the day before. And she waves her hand to kind of dismiss him to the side. And she says, yes, we have eagerly awaited to hear the news that they bring. And she says, don't keep us waiting, my fair guests. Please tell us from the beginning to now what brings you here and what news you have for the people of my nation.
Suppose the beginning would be when we encountered, we first encountered a strange elf, or at least someone I was led to believe was a strange elf. No one seemed to know anything about elves like an elf like this. Where we were working with an elf named Quavo. What organization was he part of again? Just out of character, real fast.
He
What
was
that again? It was
part of Eviana's organization.
right, but it was like it had a name. I'm trying to remember what the name of it was. Okay, I have no idea. All right, well, anyway, I'll mention like Quava, being our first like contact about this. And he like worked with us, and there was like we talk about like the plot in Riddleport. Like I'm sure you've heard news of the meteor or whatever that struck near Riddleport and landed on an island just off the coast. This was a direct consequence of the Drow plot of them trying to manipulate the rune magic that is
I will tell her
present
that,
there.
My companions and my sister helped defeat the Drow at Chalwinvian, and that
So when you say
afterwards,
hold on for a second. When she first says drow, there's like a large like this motion that goes like through the room, mostly among the nobles and such. Like there's a gasp and then looking at each other and maybe even like some snickering as like it
And then
settles and they're like, oh,
Araxi's like, okay, come
they
on
chuckle.
now. We brought one of them with us that we captured in the caves below the surface here. He tried to ambush us on our way here. I mean, you surely have questioned him or something, I would assume, right?
Velastir speaks up and he says, surely not. What are you talking about? Drow? What drow? Can you describe a drow to us?
I knew it.
And then everyone else kind of like, yeah, smirks and chuckles as he says,
Araxi then kind of like maybe slumps with us as I see I'm wasting my time here, and I'm not gonna say any more then.
and Valyria says, I beseech you, my queen. Your city and your region are in grave danger. So are all of those who live on the surface. the root of the matter is there is a very powerful zealot, Levra, who seeks to use aboleth magic to call down a mighty celestial body upon this world and destroy everything on the surface.
Oh dear, Velastir speaks up. Destroy the world. That sounds like something, that's certainly something very evil would be cooking up. But I assure you that boogeymen simply don't rain meteors down on the world. And the queen herself has like this kind of bored expression that doesn't really seem to like be acknowledging you too much, but she does like answer back and says, "Oh yes, yes, pipe down, Velastir. Uh, keep speaking. This is very exciting."
And I will go into detail about her army of demons and the many houses among the drow and her coup, and that she came from Ayudara itself.
This seems like a lot of information, almost like it's been written down. I say, is this a story that you've made up? That
Some
you're
sort of
pitching?
adventure
Uh,
path.
No.
Velastir asks, do you have any experience with divining the future? Are these the are your attempts at reading events that may come to pass? If you're new, I would understand these misinterpretations.
No, these are experiences.
And he looks back at the queen and says, I fail to see what real dangers these outsiders have. Perhaps if they would agree to a private inquisition, perhaps under a zone of truth, or discern lies, we could handle it much more adequately than in your regal court. And she kind of
I'm
like
gonna sense motive
yawns
on
into
this.
her hand.
I'm going to say I'm not going to say any more while this man is present. I will only tell any more in a private audience with the queen alone and no one else.
I'm just
Does anyone else
glaring
do
at
anything?
that son of a bitch the entire time.
I I think it's time for um, a song to try to convince her of the lament that will happen if they repeat the events of the past and do not take action to stop a second darkness.
Everybody roll me a sense motive. The queen like
That
yawns
he
into
said
her
it.
hand and
I
still seems
think
to
I
be kind
already
of like
did.
far away
Hey, it's
from
the
the
same
conversation,
roll.
but kind of comes back to it as Velastir starts to badger her again.
I got a 9.
And she
Um,
says, honestly, Lord Velastir, this is still much more interesting than the news I've had to deal with in the recent days. Let them finish telling their story.
What does my sense motive get
I
me?
feel like it's just getting good. She said. Okay, those are all my sense motives. So, Nataka, Safa, Araxi, you three are kind of feeling like how you're feeling right now. Probably miffed by the attempts to derail
Pissed off.
your Yeah, your experiences. Valeria, though, you pick up on something, and it's not from Velastir, it's from the Queen.
Oh, okay.
You're noticing that her expression, while usually she's looking bored and kind of like befuddled, it's mostly like whenever Velastir is talking to her or like isn't looking at you guys, but you've noticed that she does look like she genuinely becomes keenly interested in what you have to say, but she's not letting him see it.
I see. Okay. But we have the song that the other Asmar wrote about the plight, this bardic masterpiece. And if she'll,
Velastir speaks up when you say that, and he says, "We have already entertained your fancies far enough, I think, and uh, there's much other important work that needs to be done, right, my queen?" And once again, she's kind of like lost in thought, and
Um,
and this goes on for a while. This
I
silence,
think
and nobody
I think
speaks.
at this point I do speak.
Okay,
Um, Nataka stands up and screams at him. I've lost more friends and family to those monsters down there than you could imagine. Shut up and listen to what we have to say.
everyone does look at you, Nataka. You become the center like of attention, and he looks at you to raise his voice, and then Talandia, the queen, says, "Oh," like suddenly coming alert, as if like your outburst kind of like woke her from a daze, and she says, "Our apologies. We were leagues away. Well, your tale is surely riveting, and certainly one worthy of the bards of Kienan. Um, Velastor, please, perhaps they can return and tell us again such stories and fancies. Perhaps next year at the Midsummer Feast. Please make the arrangements." And he looks at her like, seriously? Like, are you really? Like, you're just gonna wave me off? And she does. She waves him off, and in a flustered look, he turns back to you four and kind of like puckers his nose and stuff, and he walks out of the court as some of the other nobles
Fighting
like
the
kind of
urge to
laugh and
throw a
chuckle.
bomb at him so bad.
But Talandia watches him exit, and she puts on a slight smile before she speaks again. To you four. Thank you so much for visiting us today. We cannot remember when we have been so entertained. But perhaps next time you tell this tale, you should maybe, add in some more dragons and a captive princess and a handsome suitor who comes to her rescue. Leave out all that distasteful nonsense about falling stars. You must consider the sensibilities of your audience, after all.
Right. I
What?
Does she
often.
actually think that this is a tall tale?
I'm pretty sure I think she does because Araxi's like totally thinking like this is just more evidence of the
Yeah,
surfacers being
from
complete
before, yeah,
buffoons.
the other three are they're not sensing much under her body language and such. But Valeria, you think that what she's saying right now and the way she's acting is simply to disarm uh, the others in the room.
Okay. So she probably wants to. I'm guessing that she wants to meet us in private and not talk about this in public. Okay. That is
Uh,
gonna be my
she
assessment,
says,
and
Araxi will probably just roll her eyes though and just be like,
she
like
she'll
it
says,
was
say
in
very
any
specific
well,
on
my
event,
here.
queen.
we shall take your tale under advisement. Keenan seers and diviners are second to none, and given time, we trust that they shall secure the truth of these matters. The divinations may take some time, however, perhaps a week. Until such time as they are ready to advise further, I invite you to remain in Ayadara at the accommodations we have provided you. You may take the next days to rest and relax and recover from your ordeals. When we have reports from our diviners, we wish to speak with you again on what might be done if Callistria forfend your tales are as true as you fear. And with a royal nod, the audience is suddenly over, and guards
before I
appear
leave, though, I want to ask her one other
escort
thing,
you.
though. Say,
Okay, go
Valistier
ahead.
says, Valistier, I'll try to be tactful and say Valistier, admitted the Drow prisoner, but he did at least give you the letter we brought from Eviana, correct?
She says, "Oh, our memories are hazy. We have been very busy, but I believe I remember a letter. It was very nice from Evian. I haven't seen her in ages, and she
Yes,
asks for
you
like a
perhaps
courtier
should get a
to
hold
come
of
to her
Eviana.
and
If
says
if-
aloud,
if-
prepare, a gift for the leader of Crying Leaf."
If you didn't hear from Eviana, you should perhaps try to get a hold of her.
And she doesn't really acknowledge you after that.
Right. Well, hopefully that gets the message across.
The rest of like
that'll
her
help
court like comes like around her, and her guards escort her away, and they kind of start pushing you guys to move out of the palace.
Yeah,
I won't
whatever.
resist.
At least, yeah, I'll get out of the little audience chamber. I can get my way back from here and just teleport or whatever, dimension door. It's not a big deal.
Okay. You guys exit the court, and for now, for a week, you're free to do what you.
Alright, I guess I can finish my crafting then.
So angry.
We knew this was going to happen, though.
I figured something like that was gonna happen, yeah.
As a player, yeah. As a character, no.
No, as a character, we knew this was going to happen.
No, my character didn't.
Yes,
Well,
she did.
We got told a little bit from Eviana. I guess you were dead while we talked to Eviana, to be fair.
But we would have,
Yeah.
at least Valyria would have
no,
filled
like-
Nataka in.
I
Oh,
would
and,
have expected the
just
other
so you
guys
know,
to have been false,
especially
but
for Safa, you did see Dardlara within the court, and she was having a merry time with the others, laughing
course.
and jest.
Oh, I
at
was
your
probably
story.
like staring at her the whole time or in her direction. That's why my like sense motive's like a 1. You know, just,
Yeah, you're not. You're,
I'm sure
you're
that your
focusing everyone
two
out.
eyes met at some point, and she looks back at you with mirth.
it was
and
how
amusement.
dismissive
Damn, my
the Queen
diplomacy,
was
I
that
rolled a
Nataka
3
wasn't expecting.
to try to convince them. I should have looked at that and re-rolled it. Oh well. What does Valyria want to do for a week? Valeria's gonna get a gig. She's gonna get a damn gig at that place.
You know what you could do is you could just try to contact her directly now that you've met her.
I'm not gonna do that right now. But something I am going to do today is I'm going to scry on the second in the line, or the second son of the Venarchs.
Oh yeah, whatever his name was, Tyrion, right? And see if he's even still
Okay.
alive.
Yeah, I
Prob-
want to
he
see if
probably
he's
isn't.
alive.
He's probably dead.
Let's see here. So I'll finish my.
I need to know how
deathblow
much I
poison.
can actually trust this guy Velastier.
You can't.
Right. But he did say something about trying to do this in private under a zone of truth, which
Yeah.
actually sort of makes sense. Like, I can understand that if they're very wary of us.
Yeah, but the fact that he lied about the drow prisoner we brought basically is like pretty much at this point. So Rex is like, oh, okay, well I see how it is. We don't trust this guy at all.
See, it took me
If he's
everything
He
I
might have been
had not
lying
to
for a
throw
reason, though.
bombs.
yeah, well Raxi's not gonna assume that. She's gonna assume that he doesn't have a good reason at all.
Okay, you can
So
assume
assume
whatever
he's a
you
bastard.
want, but Valeria's not. So yeah, I want to scry on that guy.
Okay.
After I go locate the shop where we sold his sword to, I'm going to. No. We have a ring of his. We have the ring of protection +2, right?
I assume you.
Safa has it,
Safa, I need to borrow that.
just temporarily.
Yeah,
Just use it
temporarily.
for scrying.
Okay, sure.
So yeah, what level is scrying? Level 4 for me? Nope, level 5. Okay. Prepare, cast. The DC is 21 without modifier.
Your spell fails.
Yeah, he's probably dead.
You know that there's two
Fuck.
main possibilities of why it might fail. One, the person you're trying to screw on is, no longer alive, or they're on another plane of existence.
Although even then, it only has
No,
a
that
percent
actually
chance
has
to
a
fail.
5% chance of.
Right, he could have been another plane. You could have had the 5% roll happen.
Yeah, I suppose.
He's probably dead though.
God damn it. I'm so mad at these elves.
Yeah, they're very elf people. They're elfy elves. I don't know.
They never do
Araxi's
what
like
they.
Araxi's like completely not
And
surprised at all. Like
these
she's like,
big city elves never do what they say they're gonna do.
Okay. I assume that you guys do your crafting and normal stuff during the day, and close to the
right.
evening, you guys get a couple of elves that knock on your door, and they say that they're from the queen's palace, and they have more refreshments and stuff for you for tonight.
Okay.
So they come in, they bring in like a big basket of like food and foodstuffs, and they leave it on the table.
How long has it been?
A few hours.
Probably, this is the same day
Okay.
as the Regis had the audience.
Same day as
so.
the court.
Yep.
It's gonna be early evening, like 5 p.m.
And I probably spent almost the entire time crafting, and maybe at some point I like
Mhm.
go over and mention to someone else that's nearby and be like, so who do we want to go to for help with this? Because this is
There
still a
is-
problem.
There is something prominently displayed in the basket that is not food. There's a large book. It has a lacquered wood cover that's embossed with silver, and the pages are edged in gold. And there's a bookmark in.
Okay, I'll look at the book and kind of... Well, detect magic on the book first before I do anything else, because...
You don't detect magic on the book or any of the
Okay.
food.
And then I'll kind of figure out what the book is and see where the bookmark's placed at.
Okay, you read Elven, right? Yeah, I know all of you
Yes.
understand Elven. So the cover of the book in Elven is called Emerald Dreams.
Okay, that name sounds somewhat familiar. And, what is the bookmark at? Like, what page is that bookmark
The bookmark, you flip to the page it's on, and it's kind of in there in the book, around halfway. And you notice that the bookmark, it consists of a single green vine with a violet flower. which looks very much like the same type as the vines and flowers that comprise the queen's crown. And where it is it marks one of several parables inside. It's a short story entitled "The Quasit's Promise."
Okay, well, I'm assuming that she's sending a message using the Quasit's Promise. So what is the Quasit's Promise? I'll, like, kind of read it real fast and try to figure out what...
You read it, and if everyone wants to know, the story, the brief story recounts an elven princess who is captured by a greater demon and placed in a prison infested with these lower demons called Quasits. The priestess escapes by forming an alliance with one of these Quasits, a particularly foul-mouthed one. And though the Quasit breaks his promise to the priestess in the end and betrays her, it seems her trust in the demon to act according to its nature and betray her allowed her to engineer her escape. And she emerges from the prison wounded but alive.
So I guess as long as we plan for the elves to be morons, like just accept that that's their nature, then we should be fine even if they betray us. I guess that's my conclusion. She closes the book.
Do you want to take a knowledge librarian or your librarian profession to see if you can understand the moral of the
Sure.
of the thing? You've got it pretty much almost, yeah. You could probably say very matter-of-factly that the obvious moral of the story is that sometimes one can trust one's enemies to act according to their nature, and if the wise person accounts for that, an alliance with an enemy can still function.
Alright.
Alright, do you guys do anything else that day?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the pavilion where I can start singing to people. Get my name known around here. And I believe that we have sheet music for a really old elf song in its original form.
You gotta get Safa to play it with you?
If she wants to.
I'm not sure we are ready to play that. Do you think they even deserve to hear it?
Everybody
I mean, well, of course
deserves
Valeria
to
thinks so.
be part of good art.
I think she wanted to play this song for the drow. I mean, if that tells you anything.
No, if I'm not mistaken, it's a very sad song, like, right? It's a very
No,
sad
not
tale.
not
It's
that
a-
one. The original Elven song. We have the original version of it.
Oh, that ode. No, you're not. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
not talking about the lament. He's talking about that
Okay.
one that was restored on the wall.
Oh. Okay, yeah, I'll play that. They already know that, so they might recognize it, maybe.
Right, but they don't know
Probably,
this
except-
version.
It'll be the original version, though.
Yep.
Or at
That's
least an older version
true.
of it, at least. I don't know if it's the original version, but...
I mean, I can try. Do you have a way to help me be better?
I can cast Heroism
Before we
on you.
start, I can touch you.
I cast Heroism on Safa. And I'm gonna go watch their
Ooh.
performance. I take a break from my
Okay.
from my crafting. I'm like, this sounds entertaining. Let's do this. Here, have Heroism. You can heroically play the flute. Get a +2 morale bonus on all your skill checks. It imbues a single creature with great bravery and morale in battle. I'm pretty sure this counts as battle. I can even give it to you extended if you want. It'll last, it lasts 24 hours then. Or not 24 hours, 4 hours, sorry. It's 10 minutes per level. I'm casting it at caster level 12.
Yeah, all I want to do for the next week pretty much is just do the Deathblade poison and then use the Diamond Dust and the Restoration extract.
Actually, before we do this, I'm going to make us a hero's piece.
Okay.
Oh, okay. What does that do?
Or am I? There was some spell in here that I could give a skill as if it was a train or a class skill. Is that this one? I don't know.
Hero's Feast gives you morale bonus on attack rolls and will saves, and saving throws against poison and fear effects.
Okay, not that one. Give me a second to find out which spell it was.
Also, it counts as neutralize poison and remove disease, and it gives you 1d8 temporary hit points and cures you of sickness and nausea. But of course, that has a casting time of 10 minutes. And you have to take an hour to eat it. So it's not a combat buff, is what I'm saying.
Unless you're preparing for a combat, that's an hour away.
Right. No, it's good if you know you're going into a, like, you know, we're about to go raid the castle or whatever. The duration is like 12 hours, so.
Yep. Okay, so you're making it. Are you guys gonna perform at all?
Yep.
I think those two are. I'm just gonna
perform.
watch.
Me too.
I do actually have perform sing, but I'm not very good at it, so I'm not gonna participate.
I have none. I could do a
here's what I
pyrotechnics
want.
display for
I
you.
want bestow insight.
Okay.
Which gives me a +5 on my check. And I'm going to cast that on me and Safa. I'm going to prepare it, then
So
cast
Safa-
it before we perform.
Safa is the flute like a class skill for her, or is that like a cross class?
I think she just put points in it.
Yeah, so if that's the case, it's going to count since it can count as a class skill now for her. That gives her a +3, and then she gets a +2 insight bonus as well. So it's going to be total for a +5 bonus, and that stacks with the heroism bonus. So you have like +7 to your bonus basically. You're going to play like the flute better than you've ever played it in your life. It's going to be amazing.
Or am I?
You might roll a 1. I don't know.
Yeah, you might roll a 1. Okay, so here's my roll without the modifiers.
And did you use touch of luck on her as well, so she gets to roll it twice?
Yeah. I mean, I used touch of luck on her.
So there you go. You're practically guaranteed to do all right. You get to roll it twice.
Okay, this is no modifiers.
So +7 to whatever that. Okay,
Oh, shit.
you nailed it. So you got that +7. You rolled like a 35.
I do better than Valeria, perhaps.
I'm going to
yeah.
use my luck bonus, or my once per day reroll on this, because it's totally worth it.
Don't want to get outshined.
Definitely is. Okay, there you go. You did slightly better.
Oh, 32.
You did
Not
slightly
bad.
better than Valeria, I think.
No, I
Well,
think we did the
Or
same.
you had bonuses too. So you guys had the same. That's probably a good performance though. You guys probably drew some attention. It's probably, I'd imagine. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe not,
Safa has
elves
a
are weird.
+8, it's exactly the same.
Nice.
Well, mine's 26 plus 8. You have a
Yeah.
32.
7. I thought it was +7.
Mine's all included. Oh yeah, Safa does a little bit better than me. My bad.
Oh, okay.
Only because of that nat 20, baby.
Yeah.
I've been actively practicing.
It's the most
Well,
amazing
you guys do
performance.
set up in a nice little pavilion in the city, and nobody thinks you're bothersome there as you're setting up. And when you do start to play, a crowd starts to form as you both play expertly, like masterfully. And by the time like you finished, you do have like kind of a large crowd that has gathered around, the elves seem genuinely they seem genuinely grateful that you played this timeless classic in a way that even makes some of them uh, cry with joy.
They don't play it that way anymore.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yep. And there's a big applause. And a familiar voice shows up.
Oh, god damn it. I already know who it's gonna be.
It's gonna be Safa's rival.
Yep. Yep, there she
She
is.
claps
She's like,
and walks to the front and says,
Wait.
"Wonderful, aren't they? Allow me to introduce the newest members of the Queen's Court. These bards who are masterful in their tales and song."
I was waiting
oh
for
god,
that,
we're
yeah.
bards now.
No,
We're an
they're
all-bard
bards.
party.
We just carry their shit, I guess.
Oh, we're their groupies. You're right.
Well,
I'm just like Safa's like fangirl that follows her around.
And at her
Or
words
Rudy.
and behest, the crowds, yeah, they clap even more as they seem to believe her.
Wouldn't that be funny if Dard Lara becomes like one of our allies because she's like, I believed your words. I don't know. Maybe that's what's gonna happen. I don't know.
She probably doesn't
Speculate.
believe our words,
no.
but
And
maybe
she
she will
she
become our
says
ally.
that this ode reminds me of fair memories as a child, drifting off to sleep, wondering of the things that I might come to experience. But sometimes I was also afraid when I laid my head down to sleep, just as many young elven children are, because the world outside is so unforgiving and scary. And she looks to you for and say, "Won't you tell us that story you told us in the Queen's Court? It was quite
I'm going
something."
to interrupt her, and I'm going to cast forbid action on her. And I'm going to have her stop communicating.
It only lasts for like
Oh,
a round.
damn!
I
That's only
know.
one round.
But she'd
But
still
she
She's
has
like,
to
be
make
shut
a
up.
DC 17 will save.
Okay.
Soph actually just trying not to react at all.
Just casting spells out in the middle of the public. It's usually a great
Yep.
idea.
This isn't Mantis's campaign, it's okay.
Well, I mean, it's probably still considered very rude.
Hmm.
If nothing else.
Yeah, probably.
Especially in primitive societies where magic isn't commonplace.
Does she stop talking? Yes,
For like
she
6
stops
seconds.
talking.
And then she starts talking
And
6
I
seconds
will
later.
say, I will take a bow, and I will say, thank you all for your time tonight. We have more to perform for you,
I'll bow
but
to.
this is all the time we have tonight, and we will take our leave now. And we leave the
Probably
scene.
awkwardly bow and then follow Hilary. I'm also surprised about how it felt to be on stage and have people applaud, and she liked it.
It was nice for a second, and then it got kind of ruined.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
freaking
reoccurring
Dard
event.
Lara has to ruin everything.
Mm.
Okay. Do you guys do anything else that day, or do we rest you?
No, we can rest us.
Okay, you guys do. You rest. And I'm gonna paraphrase a little bit of this. In the next few days to come, You guys, spend time doing your crafting and other things, even if it's just like, playing, Safa playing your instrument and uh, Araxi looking through books and copying down scrolls
I'm
and stuff
still
like that.
working on crafting.
Yeah.
I got one more day to get through
But
after this.
as the days go on and your forays into town, they become a little like less pleasant, as it seems that the general elven populace has started to regard you all with like a bit of suspicion and um, incredulity. Like you might start to overhear some talk of them saying that like basically you guys are spreading weird rumors about creatures in the dark from underground that are coming for the elves. And it's like, yeah, they're hushing like their children from talking about it and saying that it's silly, it's nonsense.
These guys are
Don't
weird
believe.
nut jobs.
Well, hey, just because we're weird nut jobs doesn't mean we're not telling the truth.
No, not us. The elves.
I'm pretty well. What I got out of that was Mantis was saying that's what they're saying about us.
Well, yeah, that too.
Everybody's a nut job here.
So wait, do we get
Except for
through?
maybe Araxi in her mind.
We've gotten through the 2 more days I would need to finish my belt then?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I guess Valeria had something she wanted me to work on as well.
Yes, I'd like you to at least begin working on the upgrading my headband
Okay.
from a +2 to a +4.
How long is that going to take?
So that's gonna take 12 days.
Okay. I don't know if we'll get through all that, but I'll start doing it.
Yep.
So now I get the Constitution belt. I have 85 health instead of 74, which is much more survivable. It's a pretty big
Okay.
deal. Plus, I got a better fort save.
Mm-hmm.
And am I at the point where I can use my potion of restoration then?
Yeah, probably. You only had to wait 4 more days at that point.
When we first got here, yeah.
Yeah. Been 3
Okay.
days more after we did the performance. Is it in? I don't know. Has it been 3 days since then? Since the performance in the pavilion or whatever?
Has it been 4 days since? Yeah.
3 days since that. That's what I was.
Oh, 3 days. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you'd be able to
Okay.
restoration.
Sweet. There goes that 1,000 gold and diamond dust.
Mm-hmm.
But your permanent negative level's gone at least, so you got that going
Yes.
for you. So let's see. I'd still be doing.
I think I just finished eating a true elf dinner. Like, that was so fruity. It had, like, rutabaga, or whatever called,
Rutabaga?
carrots, and
Rutabaga?
apples in it, and pumpkin seeds, and hemp seeds, and spinach.
Oh, pumpkin seeds sounds really good right now.
With, like, a glaive. Agave.
Agave.
Agave? Is that how you say it?
Guave?
That's how you say
Syrup.
it's agave.
Agave. Gotcha. Yeah, with a little bit of that. It was delicious. Safa probably didn't like it though. She's probably like, ugh, it's flavorless crap.
Just be like,
Put
you know,
hot
I could
sauce.
just go hunting for you.
Pasta.
So, if there is another time that we're summoned to the Queen, I'm going to prepare Zone of Truth ahead of time and put it down on ourselves.
We'll make
You'll be
sure
like,
that people know. Like, they might
I think Zone
speculate
of
you're
Truth's
not
a good
casting
idea.
it.
And then just cast it
No,
yourself.
I'm going to tell them I am casting a Zone of Truth.
And then the court guy's like, yeah, right, it's not actually Zone of Truth. She's casting this.
I
And
bet
the
it's spell with
non-magic
the ruse
casters are going to be
descriptor.
like, and they won't believe that it's actually the correct spell.
Or they'll have like a
so-
guy stay to the side. As soon as you start casting a spell, he'll immediately just cast dispel magic and counterspell it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't hold it past these assholes, really. They're
Yeah,
gonna
probably
stop
not.
me. No, I think like their idea of taking us into the Zone of Truth is a great idea, but it's obviously in his terms and probably without her. And
Or he wouldn't. Or he would use a false zone of truth. There's like stuff you can
or
do,
we're just in a prison.
especially
all of a
if you
sudden.
look at. I mean, granted, a lot of this stuff came out after Second Darkness, but still. I mean, Matt has thrown stuff like Alchemists that were not in Second Darkness as well. So I mean,
That's
that
right.
doesn't
You
really
don't
mean
know what to
anything.
expect.
Right, and I know that there are spells where you can like cast them and they look like one spell, but then they do something completely different. Like there's a false teleport spell where if you spellcraft it,
Yeah.
unless you beat the spellcraft, like it makes a DC like +10 or something like that. And unless you beat the +10 DC, basically you just think it's teleport, but it's actually invisibility.
Yep. It's pretty
And
awesome.
there's like meta magic stuff you can do that does
And
similar
for
things as well.
our waking hours for most of this time, I am going to cast Seer Bane on myself. Or Seer's Bane.
Okay.
The heck does that even do?
It's like non-detection, except it deals damage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just casting non-detection every day. And then, like, after I finish casting, I use a reservoir point to swap it out for a turn spell, and secluding Grimoire my book away.
Except since I don't like doing damage to people because that's not my sort of thing, I'm going to also prepare Bestow Curse if somebody tries to scry on me, so I'll curse them instead.
Okay. Yeah, if you want, you can prepare spells right now. It's gonna be a new day anyway. But first, I need everybody to roll some dice.
Okay, I'll roll some dice.
I need you all to roll me a... Where is it? A perception.
You can assume heroism's probably not active.
Oh
There's a
yeah,
reason
that's
for me to have
probably
it.
a totally different day. Is this number right? Yeah. Huh. I'm on high alert in this place. I don't know, something about being Elfland is making Sotha skillful.
You're like, I don't trust any of them. I don't trust the long ear.
Window.
I must perform now!
Okay. Well, something is happening.
Oh,
Uh,
at least somebody might see.
are we going to be beat to death by people who want the Scroll of Kakishan?
That
I
was fun.
don't
remember
have.
that. Okay, so this is what happened.
Yeah. Oh, that's my room? Okay.
Everyone is in their rooms sleeping, but Safa, something wakes you up. Because you swear you heard something like kind of break. somewhere in the villa. Like, not in your room, but from in one of the other rooms.
Okay, then I will get up and go investigate. I guess I don't sleep with my +2 mithril chain armor on, so I'm not wearing that, but I am wearing those wraps. But
I do.
that's gross.
Sounds uncomfortable.
It's a chain shirt.
It's a light armor.
It
Yeah,
works as
that's-
pajamas.
I don't need. No, never mind.
It's a chain bed shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Like mom used to wear.
I try at least to open the door.
Asha taught me never to be too careful.
I don't even want to know how she taught you that.
You go to open the... And this is what you see.
Yeah, motherfucker.
I'm sure it's nothing. Sure, you're making a big deal out of nothing, right?
Yep, Safa's got this.
And you
Don't
can
worry.
see that there are, with your dark vision, that there are people in your villa, and that
Multiple.
at least one or two of them are picking locks on doors.
Oh
And you
shit!
hear one of them click from further away.
Can I charge? Am I? I don't know.
You have a surprise action right now, because they were not expecting any of you to detect them.
Actually, I don't think I even need to charge because it's like pretty close. I can. Oh, surprise action.
You would have been surprise action because it's only a standard action, but and you can charge as a standard action though.
Hmm.
I don't think you can charge with a grapple, but you can charge with a bull rush.
Yeah.
You can also charge and do a trip, or like, yeah.
I will first holler loudly that we have intruders, and I'll say that in a language that I know. Uh, I'll say that in common from Galarian common.
Yeah. They probably understand you too, but
Maybe,
most
I don't
likely.
know.
Maybe
and
not. If you really wanted to throw
I'm
them off,
just-
you yell it in undercommon. We all speak that, I think.
Well, I don't think you have the measurements
Actually,
on,
I don't remember. I don't remember if Nataka knows it.
Nataka might not.
I think I do.
but...
Well,
Is
you-
this? One,
you- I know
two,
you
three,
yell.
Yeah, I know
four,
Undercommon.
5, 6. 6 squares. And yeah, I can totally...
The point is, it's
I
most
could
likely
go
we'll
further
probably
if I
all
want.
wake up from the yell.
Yeah, I need everyone to roll a perception. And this is at a -10.
I'm not going to include that in this.
I have a -10 to whatever number I get. So it'd be a 2.
I have a
Granted,
14.
most of the time the sounds of battle is a DC 0, so I mean...
Woo.
Well,
Yeah,
she's
I
not
think
battling
everybody
yet.
rolls positive. So everybody wakes up, but remember, you're asleep and you may not have
You're in your
everything
beds,
on
yeah.
you at the moment. You're in your bed.
Yeah, I
But,
probably don't
this
have my
will be
cloak
the-
on.
This will be the beginning of combat.
Probably don't have my boots on.
I was right!
I don't sleep.
They are trying to steal our scroll of Kakishan.
I don't wear a belt.
Oh, well, it looks like I was asleep.
You have a belt of dex. What are you talking about? Plus
I
4
don't wear
dex.
my belt and sleep.
Oh, okay. I think you had
I'm
to in
being
order to get the
reasonable
permanent
here.
bonus.
Yeah, you have to in order to get the
Oh.
permanent bonus.
Oh, then I don't take it off. Okay. That's uncomfortable, but
But
alright.
don't worry, it's a magic belt, so it's always comfortable.
Yeah. So does that change my mission? Nope. Stays the same.
Yay, the turtle.
If I'm in like the tub with water, then that would have given me bonuses if they tried to hit me while I was in the tub, right? Probably not.
If they had
but
gotten to you, they actually only
By-
managed to open one of your doors by the time Safa woke up and
Yeah.
stuff.
I know by raw the tub lets you or like water gives you like the cover or whatever, like penalties. But on the other hand, there's probably not enough water for that to actually count.
So Safa, did you charge after all with your surprise round? Or are you gonna make an attack? Or did you just move?
I don't think I could charge because there's
Yeah, you
like,
can charge.
the table
You can
move?
charge as a standard, but you can only move not double your move speed.
Yeah, you can only
You
move
can
a
only
single move action.
your move
basically.
speed.
Yeah, you can take a
Okay.
whatchamacallit.
Then
Instead
yeah,
of
I'll
charging up to
charge.
double, then okay, go ahead and roll in.
Well, I can charge trip.
Yeah, you can charge. Trip.
Yes, you.
Okay, I'll do that. Did I make a trip thing? I did. Is that number correct? It is not. I don't have any bonuses here, so I'll remove that then.
$24.
Oh, add the charge, so +2.
+2.
So 26 then.
Okay, luckily because she is wait, hold on.
Flat-footed CMD. No dex bonus.
You're 26. Let's see, that -6 is how much? Not your number.
Mm.
Oh, you're so close. Even though she's flat-footed, you don't manage to trip her. But you were super close, like one off.
Oh, it's on.
She appears to be much more aware and agile than one might take her for.
Yeah, it's that snob attitude.
Okay, yep, let's start this. Beginning of combat. She looks at you and says very snidely, "Not only did you have to come here to our home, but you had to throw around these terrible stories and accusations of doomsaying. But you know what? This'll be good. I'll beat you a second time."
I'm kind of glad Sappho is the one that woke up during this. It actually worked out perfectly. Just wouldn't be as it wouldn't be as satisfying if it was just like, Valeria, what's going on out here?
Oh, I send them to another plane. Off to Nirvana you go.
Okay.
Nope, nobody was
She is
here.
gonna try
Go away
something,
and
Safa,
never
that you
come
might
back.
recognize. Now, because she is moving before you in your initiative, you are flat-footed to this. So be sure to remove the dodge bonus and dex bonus from your CMD. But she tries a dirty trick on you.
Oh no.
And that's supposed to be versus CMD.
Yeah, it's a really high roll. What you doing? Blinding her?
Uh, yeah, I mean, yeah, that beats it even normally.
Deafening?
She has a dagger, like, on her belt, but instead of reaching for the dagger, she pulls out, like, this pouch and flings it at you. And it's this dust and stuff that gets in your eyes, and you're blinded for a
Goddamn.
round. She
Okay.
snickers and backs up
It's
away
based on
from
how
you with a
long
move
or how much it
action.
beat your CMD by, I think, right?
Yeah, by every
Not
5,
much.
it's one additional round.
Yeah. So if it just barely did, then yeah, 1 round.
Well, wait, if it's by over 5 or 10?
If she beats
By
it by
every
more than 5,
5.
it lasts longer.
For every 5 she beats, it's an additional round.
So it's 29, so
No, she gets 2 rounds, it looks like then, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, just 2. It's not enough for that extra.
Almost a third. Does it keep
I almost
building
took,
up?
if she beat it by enough, yeah, it could keep going, but
Wow, that's nice.
I don't think she can stack
Okay.
it or anything. Like, she can't go and just be like, I extend the duration even further, but...
All right, Nataka,
Nice.
you wake up as you hear like the ear-piercing cry of Safa, and you notice that the door to your room is getting jury-rigged or something. It's something's going on with it, and you can hear like sound coming from the village.
Okay. Um. So I'm gonna stand up and grab my bag and prepare an action to throw a bomb. So as soon as that door opens, I'm gonna toss a bomb at him.
That might take a couple of rounds. If you are one who knows how to disable locks, you know that it takes multiple rounds typically to disable it.
Depending upon the skill of the lockpicker. But
Well, that
also,
and
No,
it's
dude,
just
also
if it's
waking
a...
up kind of drowsy, had to collect stuff, you know.
It might be that he's been picking it for a while, too.
Maybe.
Right.
I wonder whose door got opened then.
Oh, it was this one. It was Valeria's.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good luck, Valeria.
Bye, Valeria. Nice knowing you. I hope you have another sister.
It's okay. Hopefully they don't they don't crit me with lethal damages. And like
I vote
by
Valeria's
this
next sister should be a
great sword
shaman.
or something stupid.
Ooh, or a witch.
Hopefully they're not
This
vital
guy,
strike optimized.
he pulls out his longbow and knocks an arrow, and he's going to fire it at. He doesn't care too much about Safa. He has his mission, his orders, and that's to fire at Valeria. Now you do have a penalty for being. You have a bonus for being prone, but the penalty for being flat-footed.
Okay. So my flat-footed AC is 18. My normal AC is 19.
I don't know, that doesn't make any sense, I guess.
And so my AC should be 22 for being prone.
Do you have any of your armor on? Do you
Yeah,
sleep in your
I
armor?
Sure,
sleep
it
in
is.
my armor. Asha taught me never to be too careful.
It's a light armor,
Right,
so
here comes an attack.
no penalties for it either. So since it's a light armor, that's mithril as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a +1 mithril light
It's like
armor.
super light armor.
Maybe +2 or something.
Oh, he
Hmm.
botches it.
Yep, he botches it.
All right, that's the turn.
That's damn.
Oh, I didn't have his dice in there for the first one, but it didn't matter. It missed. All right, this he was picking your lock, but because he's still in the process of it, and he sees that Safa has joined the fracas, he stops trying to pick it, takes a 5-foot step, and pulls out his bow and fires it once at Safa.
Who's blind?
Oh, he would. Yeah. Shish.
Okay, so he
I'm
hits
still
you
flat-footed too.
with this arrow, and all of the damage is non-lethal.
Okay. It's got a
But
blunt
it's 16
arrow.
points of non-lethal damage. No, it doesn't look
Okay.
blunt. It looks sharp.
Oh.
But when it hits you, it just kind of like you
Magic
just feel
man.
this like blunt impact.
Okay.
Araxi. You wake up, a startled.
Uh. Okay, then I'm going to. I guess I'm gonna do something kind of risky here, but I'm going to take a move action to hear if I can determine where I heard Safa yell from.
Okay.
Like
You can make
determine
perception.
the location, basically. I mean, I kind of think I remember where her room was, but I'm gonna obviously attempt like a spell or ability here to do that. Where is perception? Here we go.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know.
Oh wow. Okay. Uh, let's see here. Then I should be able
You
to
zero in on.
Yeah. Can I do my dimensional steps ability? Let me double check to make sure that I can, because I'm not sure if I can't remember if that's one I need eyesight to do with. I know like dimensional slide and shift I need to be able to see what I'm doing, where I'm going, but I don't think I had to for dimensional steps. So, how many feet is that away that I gotta get to where I heard her yell from? It's out here somewhere, right? Because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna dimensional step over there.
Yeah, it was right
I just
here.
need to know.
55
Okay.
feet.
So I'll dimensional step over there. And I don't see anything because it's dark, but that's okay. I can cast like dark vision next turn or something. So anyway, that's my turn.
Yeah, it's kind of dark. No, I gave you basically what you'd be able to see in this small amount of light, because I don't think you have low light vision, right?
I do have low light vision actually.
Oh, you do? Okay, let me increase your radius then. Because there is a little bit of like moonlight.
Okay. No, okay. I can see Safa just barely. I can see this other guy over here who's probably just gonna run over and try to hit me.
Okay. This dude. He stops trying to pick this lock, pulls out his bow, and shoots an arrow at Safa.
Yeah.
That's 14 more points of non-lethal.
Oof. I've had worse fights in a bar.
It's your turn,
Yeah,
Safa.
even against
Time for
your
your
own
rebuttal.
employees.
Oh, finally. Um. Okay. Now this is the kind of blind where I can kind of see, but things are just blurry.
You're right.
Right?
Yeah, like you can still see within your vision, but yeah, things are blurry.
Okay.
So they just
You'll
have
have to
total
acrobatics
concealment.
to move at your normal speed,
If you
or avoid
use,
tripping on things.
I mean, I guess you could just get blind fight with martial flexibility, probably though, and that would.
Yeah, that's what
You
I'm
can also
thinking, but
remove the condition, I think,
As a
with
standard
an
action, yes. If you use
Yeah.
a standard action, you can remove it,
Yeah,
which
for
might be
dirty-
worth doing.
dirty trick.
So it's gonna last 2 rounds, but unless she has the thing that
You
prevents
can
you from
wipe
removing it,
it out of your
there
eye.
is one. There's a feat you can get that makes it so like you can't remove it for 1 round, but
Well, that she doesn't have that feat, so it's an option for
yeah.
self.
okay. Swift action. Let's see. Now I lose my dex bonus. Does that apply to skills as well? Wait,
I don't think so.
I don't think
it's
it
not doing
does.
it on hero
It
lab.
only does.
Yeah.
It only does to like your armor class, really.
Flat-footed
Alright,
just
I'm
means that you
going
don't get your
to.
dex to AC
To AC, yep, and CMD
and
as well,
CMD.
I think. But hell, if you're a dex-based like attacker as well, like weapon finesse, you still can weapon finesse with when you're blind.
Right.
I'm gonna move here and try to acrobatics up over the chair.
Okay. Alright, you do. It's just a chair. 23 will do it. You jump over it, in fact.
And I'm going to grapple.
Alright. Give me the grapple.
And for reasons beyond herself, she doesn't really think about it, but she doesn't bite.
Okay.
Where's. This thing is so intimidating sometimes. Okay, that is definitely not my grapple right now. You guys had me buffed up, man.
Yeah, I'll probably
Still
get
not
some
my
more buffs
grapple.
for you eventually.
There we go. Okay,
Oh, now
that's
I remembered. I remember another spell I wanted to get from Nataka at some point. I want to pick up See Invisibility. Nataka has that
Okay.
as well, right?
I do.
And as a free action, I'm going to free action, or is it swift action? I don't know. It's only 1 feet. I'm going to activate blind
I think that's
fight.
a swift action.
Okay. Good idea.
Wait, I think I accidentally hit the button twice.
Yeah, I'll take the first one.
Okay, now
A 37 will be
twice.
enough to do it. Yeah, I need a percentage. And if you
Yeah,
fail
blind
the
fight,
first,
though.
the first one, okay, good. The first one fails, but the second one succeeds.
Yay!
You have her grappled.
I'm blind and grappling. This is great for my numbers.
And
Okay.
she seems very surprised that you were able to do this.
I don't even have my
Valeria.
shoes on.
How high is this doorway?
How high is
this
it?
space?
Probably like 10 feet.
Okay. Well, we'll do something to see if it'll be okay. But I'll get up, and I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on myself.
Alright. Is that your whole turn?
Hopefully these guys are mooks and don't have remarkably high will saves. That's my turn.
When will the DM stop throwing the the crappy little guys at you.
You have to kind of throw them in there, otherwise we're just gonna raffle stomp people with action economy, though.
Well, I have to throw tougher dudes in there.
Oh, well, that's fair enough. That drow fight could have been
These
really
might
tough.
be
We
it.
just we got really lucky
That
with the
drill
super
fight
high
was
initiative
really
roll.
tough.
Yeah. We probably would not have won if we hadn't got high initiatives and shut down like almost all their casters.
2/3 of, no, half of their casters? Yeah.
All right, it's her turn.
Okay.
She is gonna try something on you, Safa, and you're gonna get your grapple bonuses to your CMD because she's gonna try and reverse the grapple.
Oh, okay. Um, dang it. She got me.
She reverses the grapple
Grapple wars.
and she says, "I might have been lying a little bit, Safa. I didn't really give up uh my sport.
Huh.
Just in case you somehow writhed your way back into my life."
All for me, I see.
All right, Nataka, it's your turn. The door stopped jiggling. He's not trying to force his way in anymore. She's got Safa grapple.
Okay.
I think you can just open it with a move action, but you gotta get over to it too. So you're probably a couple turns away from joining, unless you can cheat like I did.
Let's see here.
And just be like, I teleport. I do that every fight. I just teleport everywhere. Mobility mermaid.
I pull on my odd cap as I walk over to the door to open it.
Okay, you open the
And
door. It's easy for you to do so.
while I'm doing that, I mutter the command word on the cap and it lights up.
Doop. How much light is that? Like a torch?
Like a torch, yeah.
Okay, I'll give you the appropriate light. It will extend your vision.
Woo! Yeah, there's this
Bam,
odd
much
looking
better.
beanie type thing with a silver candle on it and the wick lights up like it's being affected by the light spell.
That's right. That was an item you had since the beginning.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
But I
there you
haven't
go.
been
You've got
using it
good
because I had
vision
to
now.
pretend to be drow.
Yeah,
What a silly thing for a drow to wear.
exactly.
Right?
But it makes sense for an elf to wear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still goofy, but you know, there's a reason
Can I
for you to
toss
wear
a
it.
bomb at that one?
Let's
Do
see. You
you have any turns
5-footed.
left?
You move actioned, and was the activation of the thing. Was it a move or a
It's
standard?
just muttering a command word.
Okay, then yeah, you can activate it as a free action.
So yeah, you can throw a bomb probably then.
You have a standard action.
Alright. Yeah, I'll toss a bomb at that SOB. I have to see if this is gonna work right now. What the hell? Um, Okay, it's supposed to be plus 16. Let's see if it works right. It halved it?
26.
What? No, it's 34.
Okay. Well,
Or,
that will hit
yeah,
his touch.
because it's supposed to be plus 16, but for some reason it's only doing plus 8.
Go ahead and roll your damage. You hit his touch.
The damage is 31. It's already rolled.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Remember.
You're saying the attack roll was off.
All right. That hurt him pretty good.
Plus, is he on fire, or is it the...
Oh yeah, he's on fire, and anyone around him got hit by splash.
ruining our accommodations?
Oh,
That's alright, we can fix
Swears.
them. That's true, I mean, it's just a stupid elf building.
well.
Yeah, some stuff around here gets destroyed. This little plant right here immolates.
It's now burning bright. It's a torch, guys. I'm helping.
Yeah!
Okay, this guy's gonna fire at Valyria.
I'm
Go
glad you're there
ahead and
to
make me
give
a
this
will
guy something to
save.
think about.
He will.
Yeah, Sanctuary, right?
Go. Elf will say.
Go, elf,
Is it an
Wilson.
enchantment effect? I think he gets a bonus versus those.
Let me see.
Enchantment and compulsion.
It's abjuration.
Yeah, I don't
Is
think
it
he gets
a
bonus
compulsion
then.
though?
It's
No.
just abjuration.
Okay.
He fails.
Okay. He wants to shoot you, but he can't. He can't pull the string on his bow.
And he loses that action.
Yeah, I know.
He has a move action still, though. I don't know what he can do with that, but he has it. He closed the door.
Apparently he ran away. I am
He's
too
like,
intimidating for him.
This is too spooky, I can't hit him.
Alright, this guy. This guy is going to take a 5-foot step over here and full round the top. Because that hurt.
Well, it was supposed to hurt. I mean, come on.
Okay. Oh. Alright, now we're cooking. He's gonna take a full round on you.
Okay.
Is it 33 hit?
The 33 hits.
That's 14 points of non-lethal damage.
Plus the many shot?
You mean the rapid shot?
No, many shot.
That's many shot damage.
I think that applies on the
Oh.
first attack.
Oh wait,
only,
hold
but-
on. I forgot to. This doesn't have the whatchamacallit, the extra 2d6 in it. Does the 22 hit you?
22 does not.
And the 37 hits you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 arrows hit you. So I have to roll an extra 6d6 points of non-lethal.
Jeez.
Oh, low rolls. Okay, so 14, 13, 6, and 13. That's all non-lethal damage that he deals to you. with
Does
his
the
full
many
round.
shot do additional, or the rapid shot do additional this damage?
Rapid shot's just an extra attack, but many shots a
Yeah.
completely different feat.
Oh, okay.
Mini shot fires an additional arrow, and any abilities on the arrow will get applied.
Yeah, although
shot's
you can't
really
These
crit.
are
nasty.
like non-lethal damage.
Yeah, you can't crit with the
Damage
many shot
arrows.
arrow, and it doesn't apply precision damage.
It's
So it's
almost
not.
like the arrows are merciful.
It's almost like a vital strike. It's almost like a vital strike.
Yeah.
For arrows.
I got it.
Except you can use it as part of a full attack action, so it's kind of better.
Yep, he shoots Nataka for what was
I
the
don't know.
total?
I think just normal vital
40.
strike isn't that bad. It's kind of it gives you an option if you can't full attack. It's like poor man's pounce.
No, building into Vital Strike
Oh,
is
so
the
is that
best
46 points of non-lethal?
Yep, that's a lot.
Okay, Araxi, it's your turn.
Let's see here. I'm gonna move forward a little bit. I still don't see Safa, so she must have ran quite a ways away. I could
You
try.
can hear some sounds, maybe.
Yeah, I could try greasing this guy. If it knocks him prone, it'd make him harder to hit for Nataka, but it means he couldn't use his bow. So, while he was prone at least. He could get up and start shooting again, I guess. I could also grease his bow. I could also just hang with Nataka here and kind of validate this guy. But I can't tell. I can't tell if Soph is doing okay or not. But Nataka, how hurt does Nataka look with the non-lethal damage there? Like, is
I
that
took 46 out of 75.
so? You're like at half health basically. I'm
Little
not
more,
liking
yeah.
that too much. I'm going to see how far can I shift. 25 feet, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Obscuring Mist, originating like just left of Nataka, and make it's 20-foot radius. So just like a 20-foot radius cloud of mist. And then I'm going to shift over next to Nataka.
Okay.
So
Can you draw your misty circle?
yeah, I'll try to draw one here. It'd be like to this point here.
Oh, yeah, it's only going to come out like, what, 20 feet? Like around here. Alright. While you're drawing that, you go down the turn tracker. It's this guy's turn.
Wait, that's too small. Hold on a second. It's 20 feet radius, not 10.
Yeah, it's
It's
going to be bigger
actually
than...
like it's pretty big.
It's going
actually.
to engulf him.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea. I mean, it's gonna kind of nerf Nataka a little bit, but Nataka has a thing that lets Nataka like do the. It's hard to do this without vision. I'm not sure if this is big enough or not. I don't
So
know.
this guy here,
That might be too big,
by
but-
Safa, he readies to shoot, like, he's getting ready to shoot you with his bow, and
Okay.
Dardlara snaps at him, no, like, she's mine.
I think that's
and
actually a little too
he-
small, but whatever.
He kind of, like, I guess dismisses the action and instead goes to, over here to shoot at Valyria.
Okay.
So he's gonna try and shoot you.
Go ahead and give me a will save.
Hiya. Nope, he doesn't.
Yep. He doesn't.
Poor guys. They're like, it's so. We can't hit her. She's too spooky.
Yeah.
She is so
Alright, Safa, it's your
graceful.
turn.
Okay.
Archers are fun. You gotta shut them down with a level 1 spell.
I'm going
Unless
to
he has ways to
free
see through the
action
fog. I don't know. That'd be awkward.
activate a feat called Desperate Battler. And then that'll give me a bonus, and then I'm grappled, so that's giving me penalties. And in the end, this is my number. Is my damage different? Ooh, I do get a 1 on my damage. Okay, I am going to punch her in the face, but I'm going to declare a knockout
Ooh.
as well.
Knockout.
Hopefully.
Let's see. A 22. She's grappling you, so her AC is lower.
Yeah, I rolled an 8. Yuck.
It's -4 to Dex, right?
Yeah. That's the grapple condition.
Yeah. And -2 penalty on all attack rolls and yada yada.
Unfortunately, that attack misses.
Okay. I tried.
Well, that was only a single attack. You could still
You
full
get
attack
more.
action.
Oh, I
You
did
can
hit
force
my
Is the
internet
knockout
chips.
a standard action or
No,
I think it
it's
replaces
applied
an
to
attack.
oh, replaces an attack? Okay.
Yeah, so she can do it with her iterative.
Or with
She
his
just has to
flurry.
declare it.
Yeah. I get it.
I'll just roll this and then just don't take the first one because it's not the right die. Oh yeah, I'll
Just the
miss
second and third
15
ones.
and
Oh, yeah.
Blech. Dang
Alright,
it.
Valeria, it's your turn.
Does
You try to
prayer
hit her,
count
yeah, and-
as an attack spell?
Well, I'm still blind too, so I still had that.
I mean, it has a negative
I
effect on
think
other people.
because, yeah, it negatively affects them and they're within the... They're basically targets within your
Also, if they had
AoE.
spell
It would end
resistance, you had to overcome it.
sanctuary.
So, I mean, that's usually a good bet, too.
Okay. Well, that's fine. I'm going to fly over here.
Alright, and there's...
With your wings.
They wanna hit you, but they just... There's something about you.
Yeah,
Maybe it's
they
the
can't do
wings.
it.
Maybe it's the
And
spookiness.
let's see. I want to help Safa. How can I help Safa?
The
I
spooks.
can
By going away.
give her a blessing of fervor for now. We have blessing of fervor, Safa.
That's cheap.
Don't, she's mine.
And I'll start helping you more next turn.
No, go away. You're ruining my feet.
Yeah, she's like, go deal with the other guys. This is my battle.
Okay.
Angel's like, I am here, my child, and Safa's like, get lost.
Oh, and this is a instantaneous action? Immediate action. I'm going to liberate and command you now that I see you.
Eh.
It lets you make a escape artist check.
Escape artist
Um,
at plus 20.
at plus 20.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so
Like
whatever
right
your
now.
normal skill bonus is, but
Yep.
with a plus 20 bonus.
If you beat her CMD,
That's
you were,
on my
you were
turn.
not grabbed. No, right
Or
now.
No, that's
It's an immediate.
That's
Oh.
right now.
Okay. Let me go find that. Escape artist button.
Yeah, he
It's
just
not
comes
a
over and
button.
says, "Get out of that grapple, Safa," and you're like, "Okay, boss."
No, I'm
So,
telling him to go away.
44?
She's like, get out of that, and I'm like, no, go
Yeah,
away.
44.
Alright, Safa, you get out of the grapple.
Girl.
She liberates you.
Ah, shucks. Alright, still blind.
Yep. That's
Yeah,
my
that'll
turn.
wear off, though.
On my next
Well,
turn, I
actually-
won't be blind.
Yeah. I think it technically wears off at the beginning of her turn,
Yeah, which is soon.
which is right now, basically. Unless something happens at the turn of the round. Like someone else shows up. Like, what is this rumpus?
Oh,
And it's
why would
freaking Villister or whatever. What is this
Shillelagh
rumpus?
shows up with a Miko. Hey guys!
Hey, we thought we weren't in this adventure path enough, so we showed up to fix that.
Alright, well, she's gonna try and grapple you again, Soft. And she looks at the others like, why aren't you attacking her? Like, looking at Valyria.
Stop her from doing shit. Jeez. What do I pay you for?
Here comes a grapple at you, Safa.
Okay. Oh, what's my number?
Oh, a natural 20.
38? Oh shit. Damn it.
She
Are gonna
grabs you
liberate me
again.
now, Valeria?
Don't worry, I can free you. You're fine.
Oh,
Just
I
wait
know I'm
until-
fine. Can you just
All right,
not be
Nataka.
10 feet close to me? Because it's kind of ruining my vibes.
Well,
See, there's a
no, I have
cloud.
to
You can't
touch
see
you.
this guy, but you do know he's only
Oh,
5 feet
shucks.
away. So if you wanna move up, you can just go over and underhand toss a bomb right at his feet. But you'll have 20% concealment. But if you want to just cast spells here, he can't see you. He's gonna have to like move right up in our face if he wants to do anything. Or unless he has a way to see through the fog, which he might, but I don't think he does.
let's see here.
It's a good time if you want to like heal yourself or anything too, but or cast a buff or something.
Yeah, I'll down an extract of Cure Light Wounds. Remove all that fucking non-lethal damage.
Did you set this guy on fire after all?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was set on fire
Okay,
actually.
roll me that damage. It's on your turn.
3.
Oh, there's somebody in our chat asking about stuff.
Let's see here.
I actually don't have the chat open right. Normally I do too. I just don't right now.
Oh, so the one time that I don't have any permanent actual lethal damage to heal, I get a full 8.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Well, I don't know how Nintaka's doing. So hopefully he's okay.
I think he's fine.
So, hold on.
You still have a move action, right?
I do. How does that affect non-lethal damage?
It just heals it normally, like
It just heals it normally.
Normally.
Yeah.
It heals it normally, and if you have lethal damage as well, it heals that, but you don't have any lethal damage, I think.
Right.
Yeah, if you have lethal and
So that
non-lethal, it actually
means-
heals both at the same time. It's one of the downsides to mixing damage types like that.
Well,
Oh,
I
I
think
can
it just
kill you
heals
with
as
non-lethal
normal.
damage if you want. I'll show you how scary it is.
Alright, so I have 33 non-lethal damage.
And no lethal damage.
Right. I'm gonna move back a bit. And
The back of the cloud.
Yeah.
I mean, I can
next
dismiss it as a standard action
turn-
too. Nice.
Next turn, I want to do a greater invisibility and then start hucking bombs. But now I have to leave for work, so.
Aw, dang.
Aw. Well, let's get through the rest of this round, and maybe we'll end the session mid-combat, so that because it is 9:30 already. I am
Right.
thankful that
Yep.
you stayed around for most of the session.
Well, we lost a few contracts, so they bumped back the time to 10 for Friday and Saturday.
Oh,
Oh, well,
is that cutting into your hours, or do you just
Yep.
work a little bit later? Oh, that sucks.
Instead
But at least you get
instead
to
of
stick around for
getting-
Pathfinder.
yeah.
I got like 7 hours, 7.5 hours on Friday and Saturday last weekend. So
Okay. Not a huge
Instead
amount,
of
but still it's going to
9.5.
add up, I guess. So hopefully
Yeah.
you guys can get those hours back somewhere else. But I'm hoping
Hey,
not
this
on
guy.
Saturday or Friday
They've been
though.
putting me on other places, but
Yeah.
all right, you guys have a good one.
All right.
Yep, you
Enjoy
too.
work as much as you can, at
See
least.
ya.
This guy, he blurts out from under his like little mask thing that like her magic is too strong, and instead he's gonna full round soften.
So I wish we had like one of those whatever Qigong monks or whatever, the ones that get like all the spell like abilities. Like my kung fu is too strong.
I want to play that so bad. That's a fun ass like archetype.
R-type, yeah. It's like one of the only times I would ever play like a normal like
The
unchained
high
or
mystic
chained monk, I guess. Yeah. That and Zen Archer.
Aw.
That's the other time you would maybe
He's
would not want
shooting
to
at
play
a
an unchained.
grappled target. What a dick.
Here comes off a full round.
Okay. Let me look at my numbers.
Does the first attack hit? The 24.
Holy crap, my AC is low because of that. Yeah.
Okay. It's 15 damage of non-lethal from the first arrow, and another 15 of non-lethal from the mini shot arrow. Does 13 hit?
No.
And I'm sure the 34 hits, so it's another 15 points of non-lethal.
Okay, let's see. Plus 15. Plus 7.
Yeah, I was tempted to do this obscuring mist thing on Safa. So the archers
Plus
couldn't
another
interfere.
15 and another 8? Or.
It looks like it was all 15, because it was 10 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 plus 10 plus 5.
Yeah, it's 3
So
15s.
45.
Whew, okay. 61 non lethal now.
Well, maybe I'll touch you with something else. I don't know.
Huh, I'm
Alright, this
fine.
guy.
Go away.
Go away.
He shoots an arrow at where the square that Nataka was, and he doesn't see or hear anything from it, and comes like running out over here, clearing the fog away from him as he runs. And says that like they have. He says that they've defended themselves with their magic too.
Uh-oh. Another challenger joins the fray over here.
Araxi, it's your
Well, I heard him say that and heard him like leave the fog cloud, I guess. So what do I want to do now? I could just start summoning something. I'm gonna start summoning something. I'm gonna use Summon Monster. Do I have Summon Monster 4 prepared? It looks like I do. I don't have Summon Monster 5. I don't even have that spell yet. I should really get that. So Summon Monster 4, I'm gonna start casting that. And I'll finish
Okay.
casting at the end of this round.
This guy is. He wants to attack Valyria, but he can't. So instead, he's going to. They're kind of in his way, so he moves over here and takes a shot at Safa,
I think my circle's fairly good, actually.
keeping his distance from her.
Oh, man.
Does a 21
Look
hit
at
you?
you gone and done, Valeria. Yeah.
Ouch, that's 20 more points of non-lethal.
Okay.
It's your turn.
If you
You're
wait
being
until after
grappled.
my turn, I can ungrapple you again.
Oh. Okay. I'm no longer blinded. There's that.
Yep, you can see Dardler in all her smug glory.
Do. Okay, I will listen to Valeria and take my turn after her.
Okay. I'll reset your
Right.
initiative to be after. It's your turn, Valeria.
So, and go over here, and I'm gonna touch Safa. No longer flying. I'm gonna cast freedom of movement on her. She's no longer grappled.
Ah!
Oh, nice.
And I am going to spread my arms out and try to provide cover for her against these archers.
So even if
I'm going to
I guess
tell
that
them,
does.
our battle is not with you. We're on the same side.
Aw, Valyria is so naive. I love it.
And that's my.
All right, Safa, you feel this like magic tingling, and then it's just like you could walk out of Dardler's grasp.
Okay. I am going to free action activate another feat because my other two are completely useless now. And I'm gonna activate Man, why does point blank shot give them +1 to damage, but I can't find any melee thing that does the same thing?
The same thing.
Because
Yeah.
usually you don't get your attribute to damage.
With ranged attacks, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's to make up for the not getting dex to damage, like strength, melee.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're like, you know, certain types of fighters and gunslingers and shit like that, start getting a ranged dex to damage, but
Oh well. I guess I'm just gonna activate weapon focus unarmed strike.
like there's a really cool crossbow. Like one of the few ways crossbows are actually can actually be good is well besides bolt
And I'm
ace,
gonna
there's a fighter
flurry
type
of
as well.
bows with mini kicks and punches.
The Overwatch crossbow build is pretty fun. You get to prepare 4 ready to actions every turn.
Ah, the
And I'm gonna
punches.
use my blessing of
For an extra
fervor
attack?
for an extra attack. But that's not at my base attack, is it? Or is
It's
it?
at your highest attack bonus. Or whatever your highest is for your flurry.
So it works
Yeah.
just like haste.
Yep,
Yeah,
it works just like
haste.
haste. In a lot of ways, it's better than haste.
In some ways, it's worse.
Well,
Right.
I now have
It doesn't give you as
five
good a move speed.
flurry attacks. I have to edit this whole.
Like you, with haste, you always get that bonus to AC and reflex saves, and you always get the move speed, and you always get the extra attack with for full attack actions. Whereas fervor, you have to like pick and choose which one
So
you
these
want.
are by -5s per, because someone looks. This one's gonna be -10. Okay. All right.
Technically, if you just want to stand in place and only use the extra attack, haste is slightly better because of the +1/8 to attack and
Oh my
+1
god,
AC.
can I take my turn, Pluto? Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I will Flurry of Blows non-lethal, and I'm getting 6 attacks in total because of the fervor. And you don't have any other bonuses on me right now, right, Mantis?
Yeah, not right now.
Okay. And these are non-lethal, since that's the game we're playing right now.
Alright, the 33 hits, the 22 misses, the 20 misses, the 20 misses, the 10 misses, and the other 33 hits.
Okay.
Ouch! You punched her good. She takes.
Wait, does this feat even... it doesn't even trigger the flare? Oh, it did. Oh, okay. That's just my mind. Yep. I wish I hit more, but hey, you know. She woke me up, alright? She's expecting me to be top notch. I'm not even wearing my cape.
Yeah, they totally tried to get you guys while you're vulnerable.
Doing non-lethal damage
Okay.
though, so that's interesting.
At this point, I'm going to call the session so that we can get the next one with everybody.
Okay.
We'll end mid-combat. I think it's going pretty good. As some some events have developed that the reception in Keenan was less than what you might have expected. You have some people causing problems for you, which for whatever reasons you can probably guess, and a story development arc character also getting in your way.
Yeah, like I said, I like that Sappho's the one that noticed it too, because I feel that was it's kind of neat when stuff works like that, because that just happened to be that she was the only one that happened to roll high enough.
Yep.
Strange things are happening in Keenan and Ayadara. And soon you guys will discover this memory of darkness.
I'm sure we'll learn how that happened.
Oh yeah.
Eventually.
Well, that was fun.
I like how the mooks are like, we can't shoot her.
Her magic is too powerful. The other one did the same thing. He's like, oh yeah, they did something over there too. It's like the fog.
Oh man, I never picked my maneuver training for my 11th level.
Well, they were expecting to ambush you guys in your sleep.
Right.
They're capable, like in normal combat, as you can see.
Oh yeah.
But
I think if we got the drop on them instead, though, these guys would. Like, I think that honestly, the fact that we got caught unaware is the only thing that's made the fight kind of interesting. Because if we just we just encounter them in an open field while we're adventuring or something, I think these guys are just like a joke.
I'm gonna choose Sunder as my maneuver training.
Although the what's her name, the boss character seems whatever Dard Lara. I don't know.
Dard Lara.
Dard Lara. She seems pretty strong, I guess, but these other guys,
I have a feeling she's like almost an exact replica of me.
Yeah.
Safa, you do notice one thing she hasn't been able to do, but you can feel her trying to do it. Those 2 times she's had you grappled, is her way of grappling you isn't like yours. It's different. It's much more underhanded and basically, dirty. And you can feel her her fingers and her hands are trying to strangle you.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have bit her.
No, I'm coming to that. It depends on how they continue this fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, as a from her opening attack, she is not a martial character like you. She doesn't fight fair.
Yeah, but her grapple number is the same as mine, so she's up
Oh
there
yeah,
with me.
they came prepared.
Yeah, but now
There's
I
like
have
feats and
freedom of
stuff you can
movement, so it
get
don't
where you can
matter.
do combat maneuvers with your class level instead of your base attack bonus. So even if she's something like a rogue,
Yep.
she might be able to have really high
Yeah,
CMBs.
but oh yeah, I was looking at that earlier, but then I was sitting there looking
There's
at my
also
base attack
like
bonus, which is
dexterity to
11, and my
CMB.
class level is 11, so it was pointless.
Yeah. What's that wizard discovery I was looking at before that lets you do int bonus? Yeah, knowledge is power. You can get intelligence added to your combat maneuver and CMDs with the wizard
Yeah.
discovery. I don't think you get discoveries until level 10 or something, right? Or 5 or
Yeah,
I think you
5.
get your first one at level 5. So it's not like you can like dip wizard just to pick up knowledge is power though on your brawler or whatever. I could have picked it up on Araxi, just there's no point because even with that feat, my CMB and CMD are both
Actually,
still
you know
really
what'll
bad.
happen is during this period, everyone realizes that like, hold on, guys, wait, it's a celebration. We have to eat and give thanks, and everyone stops fighting, and then everybody goes to the table and eats at the villa, and then okay, like let's get back to the fighting,
After we
and that's where
have
we'll
the
pick up.
we have we have
Tea break.
we go do the
Mhm.
Safa or not Safa the Valeria's feast spell that she wanted to cast earlier.
Yeah.
It only gives the effect if it's not interrupted, so everyone play nice.
All of us can eat. Let's talk out our differences. Yeah, I don't think I'll
Well,
actually
they're
convince these mooks or Darlarla to Barlarla, whatever her name is.
Dard
Dard Lara.
Larva.
I think that's actually just like a common elf name.
I looked up elf names and I found the most obscure one and picked it.
Okay.
yeah, I was having a lot of fun like creating the character from your backstory. I was like, oh, like where can I put her in? Like, what would be a good time? Like, yeah, when they go to Iadar, where it's full of elves and it's high society, I can force the the, the story development arc there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because at this point I was actually starting to think elves are okay, and then nope, we're back to fuck off elves.
But
I think that
Safa,
was inevitable though.
but this is like possibly a resolution or climax of your relationship with elves, because this is Elf Prime for you, the one that started it.
Yeah,
Your
that's
character
true.
can get some resolution.
I'm just butthurt because I had a poor life and she had a pristine life and she just had to rub it in, you know?
Yep, I made sure to do that.
Bet you didn't think I'd punch her right off the bat, though.
I I was thinking that you might, but I really wasn't expecting you to punch her in in the middle of the city.
It's like in a
I
shop or
figured
whatever, I think.
like she won't do it like yeah in the shop in the middle of all these people.
Yeah, I just tried to order meat and then this hoe comes up and starts ruining my day. I'm already pissed off, you know, so.
Yeah, it made sense. In a different situation, you might have been able to hold off, but it's just like after the elves making fun of you for like not wanting to eat their stupid nuts or whatever they were wanting you to eat.
Look, these kind of teeth don't chew nuts very well, you know?
Yeah, they're like, we don't have any rabbit meat, but we do have this
This
pecan.
lovely watermelon. It's like flesh, right?
They have jackfruit.
Jackfruit is
I
kind
actually
of
had a
like that.
jackfruit, a sloppy jackfruit thing.
Yeah, like a sloppy joe's
A
made out of
sloppy Joe
jackfruit. Yeah.
jackfruit thing. Pulled jackfruit. It was pretty good.
Jackfruit, yeah, I've had it before too. It's interesting. Yeah, no, I liked the introduction of the character. I didn't really know that it was gonna happen.
Yep, I'm glad that it happened this way. I was hoping that it would be like, oh, a neat surprise. Cause yep, I'm planning stuff for you guys. Cause it's fun to throw in the character specific arcs. Cause
Right, I agree with that.
it's your AP,
Mine was
even
so
though
simple.
Paizo wrote.
Right.
I'm making it a thing. It's even if it's simple, I want it to
That's
be
how they
like
do it
have a
in
big impact.
well, even like the podcast I listen to, they play where they're playing through Giant Slayer. They do that. Like the GM for the podcast there, like one of the characters from like one of the characters' backstory. And that character's like got feeble-minded a long time ago, and like isn't even like they don't have a way to get rid of it, so he basically is effectively dead for now. And like his backstory character is like now like a major villain who's like just as important to the story as the
That's
actual
awesome.
villain. Yeah.
I kind of wanted to do like a much smaller version of that with Dardlura. Have her be, yeah, a little bit of an antagonist here, because she's very much an antagonist to Sop.
Right.
As soon as I
Glistria wants
saw that we
this.
had a map for where we were staying, I was like, he's gonna spring a 9 attack on us.
Oh, come on, I didn't even put the
I
grid on it.
probably should have
Not at first.
been casting alarm like every night, but not paranoid enough, I guess.
Well, yeah, I didn't hear you guys talking about, well, let's like stay up like and keep watch
Yeah,
or
keep
something.
watches
So I
or
figured
anything
like,
like
okay,
that.
like they feel safe, which is what
Yeah.
the book expects them to do, and I would expect
Right,
you guys to
right.
feel safe.
Yeah, and
I'm glad you
like,
didn't metagame.
I didn't metagame to the point where like we need to keep watches, but as soon as I saw that there was a map, I'm like, there's gonna be some sort of combat on this map.
Oh, I imagine like
There
even
could have been combat
might-
before, actually. You had the option to possibly attack the last year in the elves back at the clearing.
I almost wish we had.
Uh, yeah.
Surely
I
you wouldn't have
mean, I
attacked
don't
in the
know.
Queen's Court.
No, that would have been suicidal, but so I mean, a theory it could have devolved that way though if we had been like refused to hand over the note or the prisoner, just like no, we're not doing that unless you take us directly to.
I really
you know,
wish
Queen.
I hadn't handed over the prisoner.
Right.
I'm not
You have
gonna
a-
do
Yeah.
it next time.
I think Valeria has had a lot of regrets like that because also
got you
the
there.
same sort of thing with the your girlfriend or whatever that got
She's not my
murdered.
girlfriend. I just wanted to
Well,
show
of course
her
she's
how
not.
to
She
not
died.
be evil.
She's like your dead ex-girlfriend sort of.
No, I just want to show her the path of non-evilness. I'm like Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm trying to keep people away from the dark side, and I'm failing everywhere, even with people who I think are light.
Whatever. You can deny it all you want.
Well, it is
But I know what's
funny
really
that,
going on.
yeah, that there is that moment.
Well, that's like a mini
you
arc
don't get
there.
to see.
Yeah, but that's like a mini arc there that's like Valeria just not succeeding in how she wants like in her
Yeah,
convictions there, like there's not coming through like. And
but
that's
her
probably
her
really frustrating
overarching
for her.
story is she's trying to bring back and redeem her sister.
Oh yeah, I know that
Yeah.
that's like a separate thing, but I mean like as a character arc, there's this
Which is
arc
cool.
where like she keeps trusting people and then ends up hurting other people, and she's probably like has this like struggle where she's thinking like I don't know, it's gotta
I
be really
need to
frustrating
keep
for her, I
trusting
imagine.
people because
She needs to keep trusting people because
otherwise-
she has to, but at the same time, it's going so poorly when she does, which has probably got to give her some doubts, I would think.
Yeah, it's giving me.
I'm twisting
So the
her arm.
bottom line is that it's giving her lots of doubts with people in power.
Yeah.
And
I
for
mean,
the
that
people who
might.
are defenseless, from now on, like, if she takes prisoners and they ask for her prisoners, she's going to refuse.
You're gonna be responsible for them.
Yeah.
I feel
That's
really
also a
bad
bird.
about that. Because
I only feel bad.
like, even in that, like, interaction, I think I tried to sense motive, and I thought, and it seemed like, he wasn't going to do anything. But now that
Yeah.
I know that I was lied to.
Yeah. He totally did.
Cause yeah, I totally just wanted to have that interaction there where I like tell him, about how he's been duped by his sister, and be like, yeah, we totally worked with her, and she totally knew you were gonna, fail. Like she expected you to come and fail, or at
Yeah,
least that's
she
how
totally
Araxi
did.
interprets it. I figure that, like even I'm pretty sure even out of character that's what was going on. That she probably wasn't really expecting that guy to succeed, but
She figured either you guys would get killed and she'd not have to worry about, ever being found out to like have helped you guys, or she gets rid
yeah.
of her annoying brother.
Yeah, either way, she's okay, but she probably figured most likely that he was gonna fail, so she's like, here,
Yeah.
I'll just send him after. Because, I mean, she wanted us to go, like, that's why she let us go anyway. If she really wanted to handle it, she'd have done it herself.
Well, I mean, if she really wanted it to handle it, she'd have done it another way without. She's not going to do anything directly. Alec Cavness doesn't do anything direct,
Right. But,
except for murder servant.
yeah, she does that directly. That's the responsible thing to do.
But yeah, if you guys succeed, best case scenario, you kill Alevra, who she hates.
Yeah. This is just like an elaborate plot for her to murder Alevra.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna send these random surfacers plus water
If
creature.
Valyria has anything to do about it, we're not going to kill her, but that's probably not going to happen.
Ooh.
But maybe. Maybe
That might be
she'll
your
just
greatest-
get knocked unconscious.
What about Asha?
Asha?
Are you gonna play Valyria or Asha?
I don't know. I'm playing Valyria, for now. I don't know
we'll
about
see,
Asha.
I guess.
We'll
I guess
see.
when you'll probably keep playing Valyria because Asha's going to be horribly underleveled.
Oh yeah, we're still
Maybe
carrying Asha's
Asha went
body
through some
around.
shit.
That's
Well, it's over at
Maybe.
Crying Leaf, isn't it? Or is it with Valyria?
Did
Asha?
Valyria take Asha's body with her?
Yeah, we've stuffed Asha in a bag of holding.
Oh my god.
Okay. Every once in a while you pull her out to cast Gentle Repose.
Yeah.
Okay,
Asha's with
well, I'll
us
see you
now.
guys. It was fun tonight. I'll see you.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
for some more fun.
We should have everyone here. We can actually figure out how we're gonna get to Carzal.
We can do one more encounter.
I think we got more than one encounter. I don't know. It'd be
Before we
pretty
have
cool.
to rest.
Oh well.